speak, you're quick to change your mind. And I know it's me that followed you in blind. I could say that you didn't need, but you wanted me. Maybe I was wrong, even once wasn't anything. So if we had another chance, I would never let you steal my place. Bring me back don't dig deep like you would have a clue. I see is how I was a fool. See my heart skip beats, thinking about you. Whoa. I could say that you didn't need, but you wanted me. Maybe I was wrong, even once wasn't anything. Yeah, I could say that you didn't need any part of me. Yeah, maybe it's not me, you should be the one on your knees. So if we had another chance, I would never let you steal my place. Bring me If we had another chance, I would never let you steal my glance. Bring me back to life. If we had another chance, I would never let you steal my glance. Bring me back to life.
how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, beautiful day. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back, boys. Welcome back. Hope all of you are having a good one, boys. Today is 5v5 1v1 Duels live stream, the best time of the week. Let me fix the webcam and then we are good to go. How's everybody doing? Welcome back. Welcome back. Let me get the music back up and running, dude. I like that song. I actually like it a lot. I like the cut of its jib. You know what I mean? Oh, that's good. That's fucking good, man. Alrighty, boys. It is time for some more fun duels, boys. What do we got in chat? We got ourselves the Loa. We got ourselves Z. We got ourselves Glitch. We got ourselves Kara Mizaru. We got Valerie. We got ourselves Top Matt. We got ourselves Kase, Thomas, Juan, Cran, Tube, you, Luca, Wilfred, Colo, Dredden. We got ourselves Cage. Boomstick. How you boys all doing? RM, how you doing, my man? Good Bane, how you doing, my man? How you doing, boys? Hope all of you are having a good one, man. It is Friday. It is time for some 5v5 1v1 duels over on the EU for today. Tomorrow is the NA. Let me log on over on the EU, get these boys up and running. Hopefully we got some groups, man. Easy how to join. Yep, guys, follow Kren's message if you want to join in on EU. Just go to the custom PvP section and look for groups, or you can make one yourself if you want to. And the directions are, you also can find directions in Discord if so Kren doesn't, just don't force Kren to copy paste it all day, boys. You can go to the Discord. There's a whole section for 5v5 1v1 Duels info on how exactly to join in. Song name, I'm just linked to you. Rip you the OG one right in the chat, dude. I actually logged in on wrong WoW. I logged in on the NA WoW instead of EU WoW. Doing pretty chill. Sign into chill. Hell yeah, dude. Sounds good, Glitch. Sounds good, my man. What's up, Maxell? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one. What's up, Shellhard? Hope you're having a good one. Sankas, how you doing, my man? Hope you like the song. What's up, Nandor? How you doing, fam? Nimrod. Gotta admit, nice mustache. Thanks, fam. I really just got bored and lazy and just let it grow. And here we are. And I recently trimmed the beard up. Cut my own fucking hair. Since, you know, nothing is open still, which... I'm actually at this point, I'm mad that nothing is open still. It's like, oh, come on, dude. Something's gonna break. You know what I mean? Either me or everybody else. Something's gonna break first. Let me also change it so you guys can see the game as well. But yeah, I decided to keep it long, man. I'm just gonna keep it looking like Mr. Pringle over here, dude. We got that fucking Culture Mario-ass look going on. We got Pelor with the group first up versus Alex. If I remember correctly, it's Crippers, right? Spectator match. Alex and Crippers with a 1P. Gotcha. Gotcha easy, fam. Laskin here as well already. Beautiful, my man. Oops, you had LG. Alright. I'll give it a second. What's up, Dally? You today? Yeah, freaky. It is EU broadcast. What's up, Glitch? How you doing, man? Hope you having a good one. What's up, Cass? Love the mustache. Appreciate you, boys. Glad you guys like it. Glad you guys like it. Let's go on, bro. How you doing? What's up, Batman? What's up, Ram? I hope you guys are having a good one. This channel is great, positive, yeah, genuine, fun. That was awesome, yo. Lo, appreciate that. That's awesome to hear. I'm glad you're finding the channel positive. I'm gonna have to re-queue you guys multiple times. Keep pressing accept. It'll work eventually. It bugged because one of you guys was in LFG. Don't worry about it too much. Get you guys up and running as soon. I think this time should work. 3, 2, huh? But Ken is also here. My boy, got some new people. Let's go, dude. The more new people we can get in here, the merrier, honestly. If it works, it'll work. Mugambala. Oh my god. Anybody monks in chat? Dude, if you're a monk on Mugambala, this is gonna be your map right here. It is disgusting how good it is for monks. We got pharaohs. They're pretty good at that too, dude. Let me get the audio up and running, boys. We'll have our first duel of the day. We got ourselves switch. Got ourselves Hungaro on Team Blue. How you? Your name is Hungaro. Dude, you're gonna be hungry forever. Look at the bottom jaw. We got ourselves Christina in the back with Prox on his side as double Pharaoh. We got Restina as assassination, I want to say, and Fruity Dad in the back with a Thunder Fury. How Actually, that kind of fits the Mog with Thunder Fury. Just a little bit of lightning in the shoulders, a little bit of lightning in your back. Versus Team Red, we got ourselves Atho, man, Crippers as well. Massacre in the back. Yawashi, as I think another Assassination Rogue, and Kerrigan? Kerrigan, I think, is right. It's like the Russian and English sometimes blends with me, so it looks like Kappa something, but in Russian it's Kerrigan. Because the P looks like an R. Crippers already getting opened up on bot, what looks like Christina with a bike in the opener, dropping him down to half health. Thorns are up. Kitty got claws, thorns, and everything in between. Hodge onto Christina as Crippers is going to go for some cooldown. It's going to be a trinket on Christina as he goes for a Nova root onto Crippers. Crippers hoping for to get that big shield of Vendors to pop onto Christina. Will not be able to catch up. He's just gonna buy his some time, catch up on health while wings are up and running. That was a full 2-minute long wings, but that's gonna be trick and traded by Christina. Cooper had to take a lot of damage in the opener, but got an opener, burst, and cooldown out of Christina. Next go he has with another set of wings. He'll be in a good spot. Trinkets out of that stun immediately. Not going to set her for back-to-back stun. Second set of wings coming out. Brave Wall coming in for Christina. 6-second long wings are not going to last him long at all. Cooper's going for a little bit of a self-heal. We'll have to wait a little bit longer as a Destru guy claps him right after. Might be a bubble here for Cooper's. Hodge onto Christina. No trinket available. Has Thorns up and running. Christina got some Azeroth procs happening, but it's going to be also infinite stars for Crippers. Bob coming out as he's dealing with the Feral. Going to be a short route by the Feral. Crippers getting out of it with a hand of freedom and looking to continue capitalizing on whatever damage he's got. This man so far is pretty behind, I would say. Bubble is the only thing that's between him and the Feral, but getting a trinket out of a Feral early. He needs to get wings back up and running ASAP to make another play. If Christina goes fast enough before Forbearance is up and running, this could be the end to the Paladin. Crippers. Big bite again out of Christina as Crippers try to see if he might be able to get a kick out of Christina. If he gets a kick out of him, he can just flash the light in his face. Christina continuing as they're out of energy completely. Does get a kick onto Crippers. Could be the end. Does go down. Immortality Guild. So much for Paladin, a part of Immortality. I feel like Immortality got tested today. Christina played that super well. Did not get juked out on a kick because that would have given Crippers plenty of opportunity. That was a perfect play-by-play. Well played by both of them, but Christina had the upper hand. And that's enough time that passed for Christina to have a trinket back up. Still has one more wall. Second wall available in about 30 seconds as going against Atham. And it's going to be most likely adaptation out of Atham. Not going to be procced out by a rake. Thorns immediately, and Atham is just going to try to see if he can go for a walk right now. Just walking it away from Christina. Just walking it out for a second. It's going to get interrupted as Christina is just keen on those skull passes now. After going for double heal with the Crucible, playing that very defensively, trying to get some resources to Christina. Most likely going to be tricking. It does trick it immediately as soon as the wings come out. Big Destru got tricking for Athama together with the Templars. Verdict trying to min-max the damage all together. Welcome down Christina, but they're still taking just a load of damage from the Paladin. Atha trying to get a slow into Christina. Does land a slower in the corner, but it's going to be the Feral with the power shifting. Is going to be able to get out of this scot-free. Does eat a Crucible. But looks like Crucible maybe was dodged with Prowl. Is that what happened? Because that should leave a dot on the guy, but I guess it doesn't. Maybe it's just the Feral Prowl. I swear to God, sometimes if it was like the Prowl as you hit him with an ability, and they stay in stealth. With the Rogue, it's a whole nother thing. With the Rogue, you don't get an immediate stealth, dude. So maybe it's just the difference of Prowl versus stealth. That's going to be Christina catching himself. Full reset is going to go for regrowth. Athama still has plenty of cooldowns. Christina's going to have to play this very defensively for a little bit. Although they do have a control over Athos since his adaptation, that opener is always gonna be something that Athaman will have to set unless he decides to human trinket out of it. Bike to follow into Athos. Christina got more cooldowns, so the sword's up and running. And is looking to maybe get a good opener onto Athaman, get a big lead back in, trying to get some damage rolling. It's gonna be Shield of Vengeance for Athos. But it looks like it's going to be more a defensive shield, if anything. Christina's just going to back up out of it for a second. They did not want to power shift. They kind of wanted to stay in cat form for a little bit. Looks like there's a bit of lag going on. Hopefully it's not on my end. Maybe Christina's lagging a little. Maybe that's what's going on here. That's going to be another opener by the Feral. Had such a good run against Crippers. Big damage under Athaman, dropping him down to half health with a massive Destergath as they got cooldowns rolling right now. Hodge coming in by Atho, trying to reverse his damage back to Christina. No way out of it. Not doing the most damage possible. Christina had a much bigger bite with a Destergath bubble coming in as the Ferocious bite is coming out by the Feral. Christina is going to go for a bit of a reset here, trying to go for a long direction. Trying to get away from Athens. He got a second set of wings coming out. Christina has a tricky coming up very so no Hodge coming in for Atheman for a bit. Just trying to min-max the damage onto Christina while he's got a wall available to Christina in about 10 seconds. Looks like the Feral is going to be able to get away from there scot-free. This map is so good for Ferals. This long, massive pillar down the middle. The fact that one way is a long way, it's so good. After going in for human racial to get out of a stun, Christina walling this damage as they trick it out of a Hodge immediately. Azeroth looks like he might be, unless he has another set of wings, he looks like he might be out of juice. And Christina is also out of juice. They're just trying to exchange blows here. Christina does not have a big defensive. Bash to Atha. He does have bop if he needs to. Shield of Vengeance available as well. Christina does have thorns, so it's probably going to be a guarantee Shield of Vengeance pop if Atha can secure Christina in place for a moment. Looks like the Feral is going to get away scot-free. Azeroth trying to see if he can catch up. Pony up. Hand of Freedom is up and running. Does get a couple globals into Christina. Shield of Vengeance pops from resistance. Trying to let it slow. That's going to be Crucible in the end to take down Christina at the end of that run. Azeroth coming on top as we hit the 5-minute mark and the dampening rolling in. Hungara is going up next as a Frost. DK. Atheman not playing his big corruption build right now. So let's see how Hungara plays it. Last time he was able to play really well against Atho with a big Frost DK playstyle. Does go for a polymorph onto Atho. We're not seeing adaptation, so maybe Athoman change up his trinkets. Big shadows into Atho in the open. Hungara is trying to get those Frost bolts up and running, trying to build up for resources when it hits him with a ray of Frost as Atho goes behind the pillar. It's going to do a little bit of damage. But for Atha, it's not too bad. Hungara just building up for the icicles. I mean, he has a full lineup of icicles ready to go. Try to see if he might be able to find himself a better angle onto Atha. Looks like the Paladin is going to play this very, very carefully for now, just chilling it back. Wait, no, turn it around. That's going to be a nice, graceful levitate by Hungara. Trying to go for a polymorph onto Athaman. I guess he wanted to wait out the DR, so that's going to be full poly. That is not going to be adaptation for Atha, actually. So I guess it's Relent, maybe? Trying to repoly him as a Hand of Freedom coming out for Atha. Trying to see if he can get away from Hungara. It's going to be another repolymer for Atha. Trying to figure out whether he wants to run ad or run away from Hungara. Looks like he's coming outside to commit onto Hungara. Dropping down everything available. Dropping down every bit of frost damage altogether from Blizzard to the Ice Orb. The Flurries, the Ice Sights is actually just nuking down Atha. He doesn't have a bubble anymore. Blessing and Protection is all he's got. Trying to heal himself as best as possible. Might need to juke out on a caster, so that's going to be Atha barely hanging it away as he popped every defensive, every heal available to himself to keep himself sustained, dampening not super high, so he was able to get away. But that was huge burst out of Hungara. Just so much damage back to back against Atha. Just so much shatters, dude. So many icicles just falling down, culminating in a nice icy burst out of a Frost Mage. And it looks like he's playing in a different build. Looks like he's playing for the build where once he goes for Frozen Orb, he gets instant cast everywhere. He's making sure to use Blizzard quite a lot, actually. I guess he has a plenty of damage from the Blizzards as well. That's going to generate more Icicles from Atha. Wings coming out for the Paladin. Temporal out for Hungara. Trying to go for yet another Blizzard combo onto Atha. Needs to interrupt him just once. And he'll be in a good spot. Just continue to pressure. But now Atha is under a Blizzard without a jacket. Still more Blizzard coming out. Just getting CC'd left and right. Atha might be down. Trying to disregard Hungara. He blinks away. And that's going to be a final Frostbolt to shatter into Atha. That was so well played by Hungara. Who's up next is going to be Massacre, the Fury Warrior. As long as he's able to get those Bloodthirst next to Hungara, he'll be in a good spot. Polymorph coming in as a Stormbolt flies from Massacre. So perfect for Hungara to get some control onto Massacre. He needs to make sure he has him fully slowed. He needs to make sure the pet is nowhere near Massacre so that the Warrior does not get himself recessed. Does go for a Polymorph on the charge, which is so perfect for him. Massacre going in for a bit of a Blade Storm. Does he turn around to start attacking the pet for easy damage? He might do so. Blizzard trying to come out for Hungara. Actually goes for Temporal instead. And here comes the instant cast, trying to get some slows onto Massacre, maybe some bits of damage into an Ice Nova. Does get to separate from the guy. Big leap and a charge from Massacre with a Stormbolt. Icebox coming up for Hungara, has two of them, so you might as well use him as a Frost Mage. Massacre actually couldn't even start attacking the pet. Hungara dismisses the pet while he's an Icebox. Doesn't want to give this Warrior possibilities to heal off of the pet at all. Landing a Polymorph, turning Massacre into a nice BFA piggy. Let's go for more control after resummoning the pet. Get himself some food. Actually, great recovery. Is going to have to go for some Frostbolts back to back, generating more Icicles while he's got it. Ray of Frost coming in. Does that generate more Icicles? Another to the charges for Iceland says huge damage onto Massacre. Does get a charge onto the pet. Gonna be a blink by Hungaro. Massacre actually popping in Rage Regeneration. If Hungaro can just get away from Massacre so he doesn't get the Bloodthirst, he'll be in a good spot. Fear onto Hungaro. He can't reach him. Barely does get a Bloodthirst. I don't think it was empowered by Enrage at all though. Freak Frozen Orb coming out with a Blizzard. Massacre trying to go for big damage, and Hungaro just trying to see if he can get away from the guy. He's going for lances back to back. Trying to see if he can blink past him. Doesn't really get a successful blink on the stairs, but still going to be able to get himself an Ice Nova with more stars crashing onto the warrior Hungaro, trying to see if he can get himself even more damage. Looks like there's a little bit of lag going on. Maybe it's on my end at that point, but Massacre walking through the Blizzard. Hungaro tried to go for a Nova onto him. Looks like one of them is lagging. Maybe it's Hungaro that's lagging. Maybe it's Massacre that's lagging. I'm starting to think I'm the one lagging. That's going to be charged out of Massacre as he gets frozen for a second. Try to go for the pet. Actually, now he chooses to go for the pet. Trinkets out of it. Hungaro has him on the ropes. Needs to pull the pet back, so Massacre has nothing to cleave off of. Looks like Massacre is going to start attacking the pet. I don't even know if he might have taunted the pet or not. Hungaro going in for a bit of a first aid. The pet should be pulled back. Looks like the pet is trying to make its way over. Actually dismisses the pet in general. Hungaro trying to go for a little bit of a Frozen or Blizzard, but that's not going to catch the warrior. 33% dampening. I mean, Massacre doesn't really have a lot. Does get clipped by the freeze. Hungaro trying to see if he can hit him with a Blizzard. That's going to be actually trying to force the warrior through the Blizzard. Maybe they'll do enough damage into Ice Nova. Looks like Massacre is lagging a little. Maybe Hungaro is both lagging? What is going on? But it looks like Massacre does go down while Hungaro takes the cake there. It's going to be Kerrigan up next as a Fury Warrior. And it really still does feel kind of like maybe there was a lag spike over on the EU side or something. No, no, they're lagging a little. They're like kind of sliding, which makes me think it's me, boys. Well, hopefully it's not me. Invis coming in for Hungaro does get to freeze Kerrigan. Try to see if he might be able to get a couple frostbolts onto him, building up the icicles. That's going to be a big blink for Hungaro. Does get to freeze Kerrigan, who is actually a wolf in sheep's clothing. It's going to be a Worgen. Big old frozen orb coming down with a bit of a blizzard on the other side. Hungaro turning around to kite the warrior through all that damage, trying to reflect this damage the best possible, but you can't really reflect the blizzard. And Hungaro is going to be able to kite Kerrigan through all the frosty spells with a final shadow, taking out Kerrigan right after. Yawashi is the last one left on Team Red. It's going to be a rogue versus Hungaro, who has no double ice block anymore. It's going to be 2 minutes on a normal ice block. 2 minutes on the second charge of Ice Block. Has a tricky coming up very, very soon. No Invis for a bit. Does have a Temporal, and Yawashi is playing that Assassination. Got the big damage. Hungaro actually trinkets with a Temporal to fall immediately for a Polymorph. That's going to be actually a Shadow Fury or Shadow Melt for Yawashi. Dropping down Smoke Bomb as he's trying not to get Polymorph. That's going to be a Blizzard stopping him in place, and he actually doesn't have any mobility. Hungaro is going to catch him with a Freeze for just a second, trying to get some damage rolling. Rare Frost does hit him actually. Is going to slow him down for a second, building up more charges for Hungaro as he got himself some cooldowns rolling. Is going to get some AoE around Yawashi's position. Frozen number one side, Blizzard on the other is going to try to see if he might be able to Cone of Cold him. Does not get to, and Yawashi does catch a proper reset. It is going to be a freeze yet again onto Yawashi. Goes for a Clucker Shot. His Kidney Shot probably has everything available. Bike and everything to follow onto Hungaro. And that's going to be the end to the Frost Mage. Instant advantage for Yawashi. And that was a massive, massive manga run for Hungaro. Going through Athaman, going through Massacre, and going through Kerrigan, just freezing the boys up. Actually big damage, honestly, and it's Frost. Yeah, it is Frost, which is something we almost never see. I really want to see Hungaro play more, dude. If he didn't have to play through a high dampening, I think it might have been a whole nother game, dude, if it wasn't Rogue at the end, you know what I mean? Because with the Rogue at that point, dude, that Rogue, I mean, if Hungaro had an Ice Book available, he might have lasted longer against the Rogue. But once he gets everything out of you, no trinket, no nothing, Rogue just cloaks, runs over to him, hits him with a Kidney Shot, throws a bike at you, you got all the bleeds up and running. What can you essentially do about it? Furidan is going to be up next versus Yawashi, playing Fire Mage, has every cooldown available. Yawashi has everything but a Vanish and a Cloak. Trinket out of the Kidney Shot into immediate breath. Polymorph onto Yawashi. Gonna hit him with a big old Greater Pyro. Trinket coming out for Yawashi. Actually gonna be a Fire Blast by Fruity Dad. Still Yawashi gonna take a bit of that Greater Pyro damage. Blink by the Mage. Could be maybe an Ice Block if he wanted to. Looks like he's not gonna go for an Ice Block. He got some dots onto Yawashi. Did get a Safeguard Trinket out of him. So that's pretty big. That's pretty major. But the Rogue does catch a reset. Unless Flamestruck hits him. Unless Flamestruck randomly hits him. It doesn't. which is unluck. A road coming out as you watch you actually getting in there a little bit early on. It's gonna get hit with a voodoo trinket totem. Gonna be an ice block 4, Fruity Dad, and you fire blast away the rogue in just a mere seconds. Well, damn, boys. Is that as the first duel? I think that was a successful one, dude. The Frosty Mage damage? Are you kidding me? I don't know what the lag was about, though. I really hope it's not me, dude. I hope it's maybe like... Because if it's me, then I need to work on my connection, because I don't know what's going on. If it's WoW servers, well, hopefully it won't last too much longer, boys. We got us as Candy, we got us as Nerve. Alright, let's get the next group up and running, yeah? Let's get Laska and Kenny in here, because they were the first ones. They were the first ones too. One of the first few. I'm just going by first come, first serve. Pelor and Alex were the first ones, then Laska and Kenny were the next, and then Felicia and Ren are now also asking for a group for a game. So we're gonna go by first come, first serve. Laska, Kenny next. We'll get Felicia and Ren in here. Game invitation declined by either Kenny or Laska. Let me know if you guys want me to maybe get like a different group. Because one of you guys said no. Or somebody in the group said no. What are we at? 200, 203, 204, 205, 206, 207. Over on the EU. Beautiful. Let me try it again. Boyos. Kenny and Laska will try them again. If that doesn't work, I guess we'll try... It'll work this time. Beautiful. Can I get your bed tag down? Hashtag 1340, boys. If you want to join in for the duels, add me down on hashtag 1340. Actually, only your leader. You're the lead of a 5-man group. One more? Oh, okay. Wait. Were you an LG or something? Let me do this. It's probably bugged, so we'll just keep queuing until it finally works. It's probably bugged. We'll keep queuing until it finally works. But yeah, only lead when on a queue. Yeah, I'm gonna keep queuing you guys over, okay? I'm gonna keep queuing you guys until it finally works. How does that sound? Because it's bugged. So as long as you one of the your lead of your group has me out and really did, they can queue you guys against other people as well. You know what I mean? Alright, hopefully that works this time. Maybe it's bugged. We'll try Alaska Cat a couple times. If it doesn't work, some more we'll get Lucio against one of you guys instead. Or Ren, one or the other. Because if one of you guys isn't working, then... I don't really know. But I want to continue with more duels. Is it just having a bit of hang up, or is it not working? Because sometimes it takes a second. Oh, the man, need the challenge in my life like yesterday. God damn, Nathan. What's up, my man? Hope you're having a good one. Done Q. Huh? Okay, I'll try again. Yo, Kenny, I'll give you the 30 seconds. Leave all queues. Laska, leave all queues. And I'll queue you guys in just a second. How does that sound? You know what I mean? I think it's drunk, probably. I never understand how the queue thing works. I wish it was like a UI thing. It just bugs out all the time. Or maybe Laska's doing something. I have no idea. Again, we're not in queue. Cool. I'll get you guys going then. I don't know, man. I have me in queue, so I have no idea. I'm just saying as a precaution. I have no idea if you guys are in queue or not. You guys should be in queue now. Hey, Arcane. Dude, Arcane is so good for them duels. It is going to be really weird in Shadowlands, though, dude. We will need Shadowlands, boys. Shadowlands stream Sunday, I think. Because tomorrow, Saturday, we got duels as well. So Sunday, yeah. Sunday, Monday. Offline, maybe. No, it wouldn't even queue me if the lead was offline. Wouldn't queue in the first place. Arcane missiles. Dude, that's so good in duels. Alright, we'll try again. Bring us in, brother. I will if this doesn't work again. I guess I'll do, because I don't think it's Candace's group. Candace's group is usually fine. It's probably Alaska's group for all we know. So I'll probably do North Felicia versus Canada or something. We'll give it like a 30 seconds or so. If it doesn't work, then I'll bring in another group. Found I could summon a mount in arena. It seems like a bug. No. It's like a divine seed. It's like you summon a mount for a short amount of time. It's not really a summon a mount. It's like you just move faster. Can you give me a lead? Try it. Okay, I could try that. Fortune versus Laska. I'll try you guys once. If it doesn't work, I'll get Fortune versus North Lucia. How does that sound? Because usually Candy's group. doesn't bug, but maybe it did bug this time. Someone in your group is already queued for that. Okay, well, it should hopefully take you guys out of the queue. Wait, I think I had the wrong guy. Yeah, I did. 4, 10, 5. Here we go. Now maybe it should work. I'll be patient. I really want to get the next game going, but I want to be patient because maybe it'll just randomly work. But my B tag, if anybody asks, Dalaran hashtag 1340. As long as the lead of your group has me in B tag, then I can queue. You guys can make your own groups, by the way, if you're on EU. We're doing this on EU today, NA tomorrow. You can join a group or make one yourself. Alright, Laska, Fortune, I have no idea what's going on. We'll try to get Nerf Lucio in here instead. As the other guy, if his players are not in any I have no idea. We'll just put Laska here, put Nerf Lucio here. We'll try Nerf versus Fortune. If it doesn't work, then it's Fortune's group. Then we'll do Nerf versus Laska, Lucio, and Fortune 5. We'll try them instead. Someone in your group queue for that. Okay, we'll try again. Why not letting me full health for fight? I think the only way you can actually do that so they could be at full health is if you... Am I lagging, or is that the world around me that's lagging? Look for a second like everybody running in place for a second. Wait, maybe I'm lagging. Oh no, that's not good. Oh my god, I'm lagging fucking hard. What is this MS? 122 MS, 148 MS. Is my internet fucked? I mean, the stream is receiving encoding. There's definitely delay. Are you servers just having a problem, maybe? Alright, it doesn't look like it is Laska's fault. It looks like Fortune in your group is something's wrong with that. We'll do Nerf Lucio versus Laska instead. See if that works. But it looks like I am lagging a little bit. I hope it doesn't continue. Because my OBS is like, everything is fine. Actually, my OBS has been fine for the most part. My MS is so fucking high though. Is it the server that it took me to? I've got queue but not work. From my side, it's okay. Okay, just skip press and accept, boys. That's the most important part. As a queue, just skip press and accept. And eventually it should work, hopefully. Give Ken a lead. Get us Fortune, get Fortune versus someone else. We're clean here. No, this is not working. Let's do... I don't know what's going on. Let's change it up a little. Why is there so much? 1,000 rolled MS? My world MS is huge! Is something going on with the EU servers, maybe? Did I get phased to like a wrong server or something? Well, let's hope it won't lag, boys. Otherwise, I might need to like log off my WoW, log back in or something. Switch. We're gonna hope it doesn't lag. For some reason, whatever worked, we tried a whole another group. We tried Ren, Fortin, Canny. I don't know what's going on with your guys' groups. I think it's broken though. I couldn't get you guys playing. Laska couldn't get your group playing either. So something's going on those two. We did Ren versus Nerf Lucio instead. We got ourselves Team Red. We got ourselves Aki, Dan. Actually, switch. We got ourselves Aki in here as a Windwalker Monk. We got ourselves Atri Nox as a Demon Hunter. Daedra as a Demo. We got ourselves Rimuru. Did you just change yourself up, Rimuru? You're a Draenei now. And we got ourselves Angirisa. I think I might be lagging, boys. Kissy on Team Blue with Manetho as a Shadow Prince. We got ourselves Necrox in the back as an Holy DK. Onyx as a Red Paladin and Worst Mage EU. Hopefully we're not lagging too bad, boys. Or hopefully it's just like a turbulence. You know what I mean? EU servers lagging a lot last time. Is it EU servers are like this for the past 2-3 days, so it's not a problem on your side? Oh no, well hopefully it won't be that worse, boys. Hopefully Blizzard fixes it. Manatho going up versus Rimuru. It's going to be a reflect available immediately, but it's not going to get any value. Manatho holding back the ability is actually getting a cross CC stun onto Rimuru. Chicken for chicken coming out, and Manatho's taking a lot of damage. Rimuru actually trailing back to make sure to kill that Scythian, as Manatho's just taking a load of damage. Not really looking all that healthy right now. It's going to have to go for, oh, not enough defensive. Went for a Vampiric Embrace, should have went for a full Disperse. Onyx is going to be up next. Looks like there is a little bit of lag over on the EU. Hopefully, you guys are not minding it too much. EU, are you guys lagging, like, in-game? Are you guys lagging right now, or is it just like that on my screen? Let me know. It's going to be Onyx landing a Hodge into Rimuru, trying to go for a little bit of damage. Wings are up and running right after, trying to go for a bit of damage into Rimuru. Looks like it might be a big old one-shot right after. Rimuru trying to see if he can recover a little bit of health. But he's kind of running in place, which is looking a little bit unfortunate. I don't know if he's lagging on his side or if it's just me. Lagging hard? Oh no. Chicken coming out for Onyx right now, trying to see if he can get some damage rolling onto Rimuru with a Hand of Freedom to follow. There was a Twisted Appendage apparently proccing, but it's not hitting anybody. I guess it was killed immediately. Rimuru's getting back into it with Onyx as the Paladin still has wings. That's going to be Bubble coming out right now. Big leap for Rimuru, trying to see if he can recover a little bit. Warlock Hustler coming in. It's kind of just running in place for a second. Onyx with a bubble going for a full regenerate. Actually got a lot of health recovery. Rimuru still has a lot of health available if he needs to. Has himself a lot of healing rocket. He can go for himself for a rage regeneration if things need be. Is actually going to go for a slow onto Onyx, or at least try to land it slow, but a Hand of Freedom gonna keep him up and running. Hodge into Rimuru, trying to see if he might need to save his defensive or not. Everybody's running in place for a second, which is not looking that good. Charged by Rimuru onto Onyx, trying to see if he might be able to return the damage. Healed up to full. Onyx still has Blessing of Protection. That's the last thing Rimuru needs to get through. But Onyx got the big kites around the pillar down the middle, so it's going to be huge for him. Big little effect coming in for Rimuru in case there's a Hodge coming out, and Onyx is going to back out and recover a little bit of health. Rimuru needs to make sure he has the Stormbolt lined up properly. Maybe a disarm onto the Paladin if he was rocking the disarm. Stormbolt coming in right now. Does he have the damage to follow? If Onyx has huge damage right here, this could be the end of the duel. Gonna be a Blaze Storm from her right now. Trying to see if he can dodge the Hodge yet again. If he has Reflect coming up soon, this is going to be perfect. Wings are up and running for Onyx. It's taking a load of damage. It's going to be a Blessing of Protection. Reflect is available for Rimuru. And Onyx goes for the South Field for a second. The wings do dissipate as though were the short wings. And Rimuru has a trick and back up. He's going to go for a big charge intercept. And Onyx almost intercepted him around the corner as Recklessness comes in, but he's not going to be able to do big damage with those Recklessness. That's going to be Onyx picking around the corner, continuing with slow, just generating himself resources for free. Chicken coming out for Rimuru. As is the Paladin popping in full wings. Could be huge damage out of Onyx right now. Reflect available for Rimuru. That's going to be Hand of Freedom for Onyx just to make sure he isn't staggered by any of the charges or slows by the Warriors. Still continuing to heal himself. Getting back on top of Rimuru. Chicken coming out from the fear. It looks like Onyx has it in the bag right now. As Rimuru barely any health available. Danger is going to get a bunch of pets up and running onto the Paladin as the Paladin goes for a bit of a reset behind the pillar, behind the corner. They just try to see if he can sneak away a couple Shadow Bolts in the back, and Onyx is actually just going to wipe out the pets immediately. Danger needs to find himself a good angle. And Onyx is going to have himself, I think, random wings proc, or maybe minute long wings. Might be able to line up some damage on Danger. Just poke it out to hit him with judgments here and there. Shadow Fear on the corner does hit for a second, but it looks like the pets for Daedra do dissipate. All the summoned pets did dissipate after moments of time. Daedra trying to see if he can go for a bit of a Void Operation to get on top of Onyx. It's going to get on top of him, get into the Fel Puppies up and running as a Mortal Coil comes in onto that Hodge, into a stun by the Felguard to follow. Daedra actually getting hit with an interrupt, going for a bit of a port out. Needs to go for more damage into Onyx. This is where all the pets are doing the most amount of damage. Onyx looking like he wants to commit with wings onto Daedra, popping in wall, hand to go down one. Looks like it's going to be before the second hand to go down. Onyx is actually just going to retreat completely before the Tyrant comes running, and it's going to be Daedra not catching in on the big Felguard Tyrant combo here. I'm trying to kind of read what's going on through the lag here, boys. It looks like EU servers are really just shitting the bed here. Wings are up and running for Onyx. Hodge on Daedra. Huge damage by the Paladin. Mortal Coil needs to come out for Daedra. Going for a bit of a Warlock Hellstone. Mortal Coil to follow. Shavara getting resummoned as his own shield trinket procs. Succubus CC up immediately from that Shavara. Finally, Daedra might be able to get himself some resources up and running. Trying to go for a big Tyrant immediately off of the get himself some imps, and it looks like the servers might have hit the snag. Nope. things just started going very, very quickly. For whatever reason, things just kind of picked up out of nowhere. And I feel like I missed a whole 5 minutes of a match. What is going on? What is going on here? Hydra, Daedra, and Onyx trying to see if you can get some big damage onto the Warlock. Actually doing quite big, chunky damage right now. Daedra does have a Mortal Coil. Does get one last second. Tricky coming down for Onyx, though. Looks like he's going to be stuck in the sea. Holding back for a second. Daedra trying to see if he might be able to hang in there somehow. And it'll go down, so still coming out. Double Imp army with a port coming out right after. Needs to get some big heals off of Onyx right now. Drain Life needs to come out. Trying to do it, but Wings are going to smite the Warlock out of the world. Aki's up next with a bit of an in-cap. Leg sweep to follow on to Onyx. Touch of Death right after. They're trying to go for a big old Fist of Fury. Hodge coming in as Onyx goes for gets hit with a Maledict. Did something to follow by the Monk right after. And Onyx still just trying to see if he might be able to outlive. Mally is doing so much pressure onto Onyx. Big Touch of Death right after. Barely has any health. Has a Shield of Vengeance. If anything, Karma could come out for Aki and just end this duel right there. Just bursting into the Shield of Vengeance with Karma finishing off Onyx. 10 seconds left until Bubba's available. Back up for the Paladin. And he might be able to make a play out of here just yet, boys. Bubble available 2 seconds, 1 second. Bubble available right now. Might need to use a bubble at super low health. Aki just gonna do enough damage. That's gonna be regenerating big for the Paladin. Actually caught a full recovery just now. Even through the laggy fest that is the EU arenas, EU servers, he's actually still keeping it real as best as possible. Aki popping in more images as the Hodge comes in. Trying to see if he might be able to get a trick it out of Aki. Not seeing no trick it out of the Hodge. Let's go to try to punish him. Karma immediately big defensive out of Aki though. Doesn't get to catch up and capitalize on the Karma as Onyx is going to go behind the pillar. Just himself a set of wings the next Hodge and he should be in a good spot. Aki will have a trinket for the next big Hodge though. So if you might be able to get Aki low enough to lock him down, force him to spend at least a moment just trinketing, might be still in a good spot as Onyx goes for disarm. He has no Karma, no disarm to stop the Paladin's damage. Actually, Onyx is such a good spot. If he goes in for big damage, there's nothing to stop. So Fist of Fury is the only thing it might. Hodge to stop the Fist of Fury for a second. Big holy damage out of Onyx. Does Aki even trinket this? It looks like maybe this man is playing Relentless, trying to go for a bit of diffuse magic as the next set of wings coming out for Onyx. Trickers out of the leg sweep immediately, trying to get some major holy damage into Aki, but it is reduced by diffuse magic. And this is where Onyx could actually end the duel. Looks like he's actually going to be backing up. Playing it super safe. Aki is staying in super low in health. Does he have a port back? Fist of Fury coming out. Onyx can get some range damage on him. Trying to get a big old Templars in there. Big roll and big dragon kick coming out for Aki, but he actually might be down for the count. Trying to go for a small heal right now. That's going to be Onyx meeting him on the other side and clapping him out immediately, boys. Next up is going to be Atronox trying to get a stun onto Onyx. He has Bop available. He has a Shield of Vengeance up and running too. If he might be able to get big wings up and running onto Atronox, if Blur is ever down, he might be able to get some huge lineup damage on the guy. Onyx trying to see if he might be able to get himself a little bit of a setup here. Atronox is just going to try to see if he can lure out the Paladin out in the open. Onyx did a little bit of a dance, trying to get the Demon Hunter in there, up close and personal, and that's going to be Atronox. Darkness available if he needs to. Going for that Metamorphosis, so it's going to be huge defensive available right now. Flash of Lights coming out by Onyx, as is going to be charged for Atronox, trying to regain himself the face-to-face confrontation with Onyx, but looks like the Pally is going to be able to walk out of this scot-free as Demon Hunter trying to re-engage. No trinket available for this Hodge. Does Onyx have enough damage here? No wings available, but he still get a good proxy either way. It looks like he got TDs flying. That's going to be doing some big bursty damage onto Atronox. With a Blessing of Protection for Onyx right now, able to recover in health. Atronox could try to see if he might be able to steal it away. Still trying to get this Paladin out in the open, so he might be able to rain no fire on him. If he can rain from above the guy down, he'll be in a good spot. Blessing of Protection down. Bubble available in 3 minutes for Onyx. Onyx is really out of defenses to work with here. Atronox has Blur back up and running, has Darkness, not a lot of health, but he still has Rain from above, trying to get the Paladin out. The Paladin is going to take the bait. Atronox might have him. Hodge coming in instead. No trinket available, and Onyx actually takes him out before the Rain from above comes out, but now he's out in the open versus Angurisa. Up next to the Demon Hunter, full of cooldowns, going to be trinket for Onyx off of that stun into another stun, but the Demon Hunter doesn't get to fall. Onyx himself wings up and running. Does he have any damage here? Does he have any more healing? Trying to see if he might be able to get line of sight from the Demon Hunter, but does get cleaved down. And Angarisa does take him out as Onyx had himself a hell of a run. Kissy trying to see if he might be able to eliminate Angarisa. Immediately does interrupt him on the IBM. No more ace for this Demon Hunter. Going to be in prison for a second onto Kissy, as everybody is all so crazily lagging right now. Stun onto Angarisa. Kissy going up in the air, trying to make it rain from above. And Angarisa does not find the line of sight. Actually goes for Invis in a second, but Invis doesn't last long at all. Trying to go for a shot of Mel. Trying to see if he might be able to reverse some damage with a meta back into Kissy. It looks like someone threw down a bike. Might have been Angarisa onto Kissy, as Kissy is trying to find Sakama away from the rain from above, waiting out for the full duration. And as the Demon Hunter of the red team is going to back up, Kissy meeting him on the other side is going to try to go for a bit extra damage into an imprisoned right after try to control the enemy as best as possible. Reaper Flames at the end and does take him out. Onyx goes in for a big old laggy, but still an effective 4. Oh boys, Bubble Regen is such an insane combo. It is. As the Zandalari, man, it is an insanely good combo, boys. Holy crap. Alrighty, boys. So what's going on, EU servers? Is this just the way EU servers are at? Okay. Let me get a feel for the room, boys. Are EU servers lagging for you right now? If you are on EU, is the game lagging for you? Yes or no? Or is it just me? Because if it's me, let me log off, log on. Like, let me relog. Servers are lagging? Oh, that's really bad. No, not for me. So it seems for some of you guys servers are. So is it because I'm on Argent Dawn? Is it because Argent Dawn? I'm actually going to ask in the general chat of Argent Dawn, asking if servers are lagging for them. Most of me is fine, it's just in certain servers. That's a bummer. Because you know what? I need to make more than one EU character on. Because we never run into this issue. I wonder if my key bindings are set. Character specific key bindings. So there's commentator key bindings. Wait, we could try a different character. Okay, this is what I'm thinking. We could try, make a level 1 character, make the same key bindings, and then we continue our duels. I just need to kind of screenshot what the key bindings are, boys. I play an Argent Dawn, but it has 0 lag. Wait, so it's just me? I feel a little bit sad if that's me, man. Because some of you guys are saying servers are lagging, but not everybody. Not lagging for us. Except for some Battle.net, man. What's he been at? Let's do that, see if it gets better. Yeah, I'm thinking do that. I'll need to have you guys... Servers are fucked. It's not about character. Hold on, I think it's gotten better. I'm able to run around and I'm Arcane Explosioning and there's no lag. Yeah, I'm able to run around and Arcane Explosion. There's a little bit of a mess. But there's no lag. It's not like super bad. It's not super spiky. So maybe it's getting better. Okay, well maybe it's getting better. Next one, let's do Alaska and Canny. Maxell, Acceptance Man, what's your reality? I don't... My boy! My mans! Which one out of the 147 people are you? Are you the last few? Are you this? Marcy? I can't even accept you. Let me see if I can clear my friend list. Alright, boys. If you haven't been around for at least 10 days, we're gonna have to boot you for some new boys in here. 10 days is gonna be my limit for the day. We change it up every single time. 10 days are a bust. 12 days is Jacko. I can't fucking do my boy Jacko like that, dude. He's been a member for so fucking long. Cringe RP though. Boop. Not because I hate you, boys. I just gotta make more room for... Marcel, you didn't tell me which one to use, so I'm just gonna take 2 off the top, yeah? I'm just gonna take 2 new people off the top. And I'm gonna hope that's you. Because you guys are like, add me! And I'm like, how am I supposed to know who you are? You should probably let me know. Well, let's try to get Canny in here and Laska, because we tried to get him rolling last time. Laska, Canny, because we tried to get him running last time. And it didn't work, so we're gonna try him again, see if it works. And if not, we'll get Ornosh versus Alex in here. I don't know what you're saying, this guy. He said, me reborn Ash adore Nud Lo. I don't know. He is reborn, boys. He is reborn. He is arisen. Let's get another one going, boys, yeah? Let's get another one going. Did I save that one? I don't know if I did, so I would rather save it twice than forget once. Get into the 210, boys, over on the EU. I like it. Sad 32 world and home for me. I had over 1,000 at one point. Watching the duel, I had 1,000 MS. I had 1,000 before we entered. So hopefully that clears up a little. Blizzard! Clean your servers. Switch. We got ourselves Vital over on the team blue playing the... Huh? How are you a blood troll? Looks kind of cool, not gonna lie. Imagine if that's gonna be a setting. Dude, if we can make blood trolls in Shadowlands, that'd be great. We got ourselves Crom, we got ourselves... I don't even know, Luby, we got ourselves Mecher, we got ourselves... No more And we got ourselves also Alex, Chi, Kenny, Kreiser, 410. Getting hit with a chain of ice immediately. And we got Saul... What's your name? Salsentio? Is that what it is? Salsentio, right? You're Italian, Salsentio. Gonna be huge army of the dead coming out for Crom in the opener. But it looks like it's actually going to be backing out as Fortune decides to roll out of there completely as he got the Karma rolling. Karma decided, you know what, I'm going to try to minimize the damage. I'm not attacking you. Just got all the pets attacking. That's going to be Abomination go for a bit of a boopity bop. Touch of Death coming out into Crom. He's going to go for a big old IBF. Trying to see if he can walk away from Fortune. Does hit him with a stun. Drinking coming out for Fortune. So he can, well, he already got stunned, so Fist of Fury does not continue. But it looks like Kromish is going to take a really easy, he's actually going to start attacking the images, so he gets some Death Strikes in, and is going to get himself a Crucible rolling into Fortune right after. Just trying to get himself a little bit more of a sustained base playstyle. Fortune trying to get himself some heals. Crom running over the images, and just healing off of those for free with a bit of a Death Strike, back to back. Spinner Crate coming out for Fortune. And Crom getting hit with an incap, but it breaks immediately thanks to Zoed. But it's going to be a massive, massive mobility out of Fortune. Looks like we're back in there, boys. Looks like the lag is mostly cleared out. As a touch of as a full death, death and decay comes out by Crom. Going to be a boopity bop ring for Fortune. Try to keep the Death Knight at bay. Is actually going to start attacking the pet. Might actually be able to eliminate the pet. Chrome. So far, he's been playing very, very passively here. Stun coming out to Fortune. Has himself some resources. And it looks like he's actually going to back up as if he's expecting the disarm into Alexia. Crom does not have an answer for this one. Fortune, Fist of Fury him down. Crom looks like he's just going to pop in an AMS with a Abomination. Try to go for a bit of a little bit of a transfusion. Death Strike healing. Going to be a touch of death by, touch of Karma by Fortune. Crom trying to minimize the damage. Karma is going to do to him massive heals out of a Warlock Hellstone from his team. And Fortune is going to back out. And so does Fortune. Was out of that touch of Karma damage. He backs out completely in the proper hit and run fashion. Crom is actually losing on health over time because Fortune is just not letting himself ever take a full hit ever. He's probably going to come in here and wall it as we see monks do all the time. Trying to get his bigger Gas rolling onto Crom. He's still holding on to his death back for now. Might want to use the death back as early as possible just to gain a load of health. Looks like he's going to have to use it here as the emergency situation comes around. Fortune still trying to see if he can chase the Crom. How do we see him? Big touch of death coming out onto the DK. Crom will have to go for a lot of self-healing if he wants to survive the touch of death. He definitely does not have enough health to work with here. The chicken coming out, trying to go for massive transfusions. Does the touch of death kill him? It does not. Actually super low in health. Fortune's still in the game. Crom barely hanging around. Fortune for some reason just rolling out from around the corner. Crom is just taking it super easy with this duel, as easy as possible. It's just not looking good. He's survived touch of death. Gonna be a Death's Advance as he's trying to walk through a ring of peace. Gets a chain of ice into Fortune. Does not get to yank him back in. And that's going to be Fortune taking him out with the images. That is disgusting. This Crom. It felt like he played it so smooth, so just nonchalantly. He wasn't really, it's almost like he wasn't trying really. He was just taking it super easy. And it just didn't work out at all. Talanji Expedition Paragon Award. Is that what this is? I don't do any more rep stuff. So maybe I should go back and do it, because that looks awesome. Look at this. Imagine to be a blood troll in Shadowlands. It's going to be a Vital as a Death. We're trying to land a Chaos Bolt onto Fortune to try to see if he can roll out of there, but it's going to be a conflagrate, rooting him down. Mortal Coil with another Chaos Bolt for free to follow with a Shot of Fury. Does not land the Shot of Fury. That's going to be a diffused magic by Fortune. I don't think he was able to diffuse the damage with that Chaos Bolt. Vital still has a lot of pressure for himself. Has a massive Dark Soul stability. No Infernal up and running to combo with it though. Trying to make sure the Fortune is going to be able to get out of this scot-free easily. but that karma is going to reduce the damage takes for a moment. Vital trying to see if he might be able to swing around the corner, catch him, throw him down Infernal on one side. We're just walking to the other side altogether. Trying to get land of Vivify up and running. Vital throwing down a flag onto him, trying to ruin him with Cataclysm around the corner. Fortune has Wall up and running in order to take up this damage, and the Pillars in order to keep him alive for a little bit longer. Vital with his little legs is not going to be able to catch up to him. The true form shows up, walling the damage out of Fortune. Vital catching him with a Mortal Coil, but that's going to be a trinket out of the Monk. That's going to be able to maintain his self heals behind the pillar. No dampening kicking in just yet. And Vital with the lack of mobility. It's just going to be rough. Fortune getting hit with a second BCC. Vital might be able to have an angle here. It's going to at least sink one Chaos Bolt into the guy. It's going to do a bit of damage. Maybe Conflag to follow. Throws in a Crucible. Fortune trying to see if he might be able to go for a port. Chaos Bolt while he's stunned with Cataclysm to follow. Is that the end? That is the end to Fortune, maybe. He was trying to go for a port, but that root did not let him, and he ran out of all cooldowns against a Destro Warlock. Silencio, I don't even know. This is going to be up next. Azeroth Attribution Paladin getting a Hodge to bite. After he goes landing a stone onto the pet as well. It looks like it's going to be Succubus. He's trying to lure him away from him. What is your mug? Look at the pieces, like a mishmash of different golden pieces from expansions. Casbolt's coming out for Vital with a Fury to follow, getting a big lockdown onto Silencio. Actually even going in for first aid just to recover as much health as possible. No Mortal Coil available for this guy for now. Silencio doing massive damage with wings up and running. Shield of Vengeance to follow. Vital doesn't really have anything to deal with a Shield of Vengeance here. That's going to be huge damage. Does get interrupted on a Fear. Shield of Vengeance popping back at Vital with a Hodge to lock him. And down he goes. Next up is going to be Mech up next with a stun onto Silencio. This is going to be huge Destrugath trinket damage in the open. Silencio having to pop a bubble. And Mech is just going to circle his spray just as fast as possible, trying to get a freebie damage. But just waiting them out, imprisoning the Paladin. What is your Mog? Oh, it's actually a mix of blue and yellow. It looks all yellow while wings are up and running. But it's a mix of blue and yellow. Interesting. It has like vanilla arms. It's going to be interrupt onto Silencio. I think it's going to be down for the count with the Paladin. No bubble, no bop available with an interrupt. Down he goes. Mech takes him out. Next up is going to be Chrysler over on the team red. Yet another Destro Warlock rolling up. And so far it seems like everybody got to play. First came out Crom and Fortune. Crom dies, then Vital comes in, beats Fortune, then Silencio comes in, beats Vital. Now Mech comes in, beats Vital, and now Chrysler's versus Mech, and now Chrysler just needs to eliminate Mech, and then we'll have ourselves a good run. Unless Mech can break the curse of the fact that everybody gets to play today, it's going to be big damage out of Chrysler. I think it's going to be down for the count from Mech, dropping down Darkness, hoping to survive a little longer, short stun on all the pets, drain life, taking them out, and Chrysler continues the trend here we have, and now Chrysler, all he has to do is just die to Nomova, and the trend can continue even further as Nomova coming in as I think a destruction, Destro Warlock based by the staff. He's going to get a stun onto Chrysler, so he's going to be the one with the opener here instead of Chrysler himself. And he's got a pet over on Chrysler. Chrysler's going to exchange the pets, so now they're just going to exchange the fell puppies. One has an eyeball, the other is just a doggo. Casbolt's coming in for Chrysler as the Reflect comes in for no more, but reverse that Casbolt back to Chrysler, doing quite a bit of damage. That's also going to be a Corruption Tentacle onto Chrysler. Has Reflect of his own. That's going to be an Acid Inferno for Nomova with more Casbolts to for Mortal Coil. I think Chrysler's done for. Barely alive, and we continue the trend, boys. Everybody gets to play. Actually, everybody gets to play. Alex is going to be up next. Now, all Alex has to do is no pressure. Just got to eliminate the Warlock. As a Monk, that's super easy. It's just a big old Destro Warlock with an Infernal still up. And massive Casbolts to take him down half health in a single global. Vivify is coming out for Alex to follow Mova. He's just kind of hanging around the back, dampening rolling up. And Alex trying to see if he can avoid himself a Cataclysm. Gateway coming in for Mova. He's going to be able to get himself a big gap closer if he needs to. He's going to swap around the Succubus, as the first Succubus is actually taking quite a bit of damage. I actually like his Moggle together. It actually doesn't look that bad. Just takes away that whole robe. It goes for a slightly different setup. I kind of dig it, man. I kind of dig it. Mova trying to see if he can find Nigel into Alex. Alex actually getting caught by a Corruption. That's doing quite a bit of damage to him. Fear to follow. Does get himself reverse harm for a second. Does get himself reverse magic for a moment. Or diffuse magic. And a Karma to follow off of that Casbolt. Grant himself a bunch of heals. Probably has a Warlock Hellstone still from his boy Chrysler. Mova, I mean, he could break the chain. You can break this chain. Alex actually going for a Fist of Fury onto the Succubus. I guess he's trying to get Mova to commit soul shards to resummon another pet, and that's exactly what he does by the looks of it. Unless he pulled it back and had to run back in. Mova's just struggling to actually get a gap closer onto Alex, and now Alex got the Warlock close enough where he can finally do some damage. Leg sweep onto Mova. Destry got to follow. Does get to split the Destry with a pet, and actually Mova's gonna back up completely. Alex, is he gonna go for a chase? Looks like he decided, you know what, I'm gonna back up for a second. I don't like being out in the open. 28% dampening, not feeling all that good after eating a Cataclysm just now to refresh his immolate. And Alex is just actually not feeling all that good. Not enough versatility on this boy. Not enough self-healing or defensive as the dampening really starts to grow. Gonna be Succubus CC onto Alex for just a second. Mova try to see if he might be able to swing it around. Is one Caswell gonna do it? Immolate, come flag to follow to root him. Trying to see if he can get a stun. Second, come flag for a second. Fear to follow does land. It looks like it's gonna be Caswell down for the count. Mova breaking the play style, breaking the habit here, and Kenny is going to be up next as a fire mage. Ken needs to come back and take him out as well as a rogue on Team Blue, but Mova's surviving this one again. We'll see if it works. Dropping down the Infernal onto Kenny, but Kenny was behind the pillar at the very last second. Trying to see if he can go for a Ring of Frost, maybe freeze. The Pets is going to get hit with a Mortal Cold. Shadow Fury right after. Blink it past the Shadow Fury. Actually, Polymorph onto Mova. Could be a pet interrupt unless the pet is in freeze. Does get Linus out of the pet. Still landing the Greater Pyro. Full damage coming out. Big combustion for Kenny. And Mova is kind of hoping to maybe take it up the wall. And maybe the pet can steal away the combustion. Hitting him with the Casbolt. Does go for a pre-temporal. Not going to be the biggest temporal ever. So that Casbolt damage is going to cash in at least halfway through. Breath missing for Canyon. Not going to have that setup anymore. Still has enough damage. Good instant cast. Try to see if he can get around the Casbolt. Could maybe go steal spell steal or reflect. Casbolt's coming out back to back for Mova. Canyon actually having to go for Icebuck as Conroy's procs is not in a good spot. Trying to go for double fire blast into Mova. Might have enough damage, and the fire damage is enough with Azeroth procs. Taking out the Warlock. Next up is going to be... How do you even say your name? Lovely Cheap Shot. Lovely Cheap Shot is what we'll call him. Went for that. Cloak of Shadows, full setup onto Caddy. Just took him out immediately. Didn't even give him a chance. Looks like Nomova's the only one who grabs 2 kills there, boys. That was just all over the place. That was actually all over the place. What is the DK's Axe Mog? What is Shadowborn? I think so. Yeah, because they made it, I think, in this patch where you can use legendaries for Transmog. Alright, we got ourselves, who else? Marcel is here, ready to go. Alright, let's see who's all ready. We had Ornash and Alex, I think, gonna go next. We're gonna get Marcel versus Ornash since those two are new, and get Alex versus somebody who has... So we still continue to get new people to play, right? Let's do that. We'll try Ornash versus Marcy? Marcy and Ornash. 5. Alex is ready. I know you are, my guy. We'll get you going against somebody, yeah? 209? Is it 210? It is 210. Let's see if this one works. Runes of Lordaeron? It's going to be a quick one. Who's the ally with the group? There's a couple alliance groups on the EU right now. I would check, LMG boys. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that we'll shot him more on his Mog. The added ability to... I believe is this patch. Or last one. I haven't been keeping up, man. As soon as I got Shadowlands, I stopped keeping up with the patches so quick. It's not even funny. Hell, going back and forth playing Alpha Rogue on the Shadowlands and then going back to playing on live. I keep forgetting that Between the Eyes is no longer a stun. And I miss it. I want Between the Eyes to not be a stun. I want Kidney Shot back. Between the Eyes, I like the defense or the debuff that it puts up. I like it a lot, actually. It's like Blood of the Enemy packed into the spec. Making a group for Alliance, Moro, Ravencrest sounds good, my man. Let me get another group up and running here. Switch. What do we got? We got ourselves Alice, Mon. We got ourselves Deathbull, Jack, Screwgar, and Strissa. Caster team over on the Team Blue with a bit of a Team Red having double DK with. M6, we got ourselves Jug going to get on first. Pandaren Death. You just look so fun. That helmet. You look like a cartoon character. I'm not going to lie. We also got Ornosh in the back. We got Ruben as well as Stealth. Jug Ellis going in for a trinket as he's going up versus Alzamon. Now, Alzamon looks like He's going to be going down with a massive Guardian of Azeroth. No, it looks like it's actually the DK guy, the Guardian of Azeroth rolling up. So Jug playing the old school build with the Guardian. Extra pet damage for him, and Alice, he's just fine tussling with a muscle out in the open. Jug, not really looking all that healthy. Has a lot of death strikes still available though, as he's trying to get himself resources up and running. It looks like he was looking at his team for just a second, or maybe trying to see if he might want to run away from Alice for a second. Strongbow coming in by the warrior as he got the big blades of fury just continuing to spin. It's going to be Jug trying to get himself a little bit of a, what was that somebody had going from the team? It's like some kind of a beam that I saw for a second. Was that a toy? It's going to be a Lichborn coming out for Jug as he's trying to see if he might be able to survive the damage of the warrior for just a second. Stun onto Az for a moment. Does have himself a second stun from Remorseless Winter. Trying to get the frosty damage to really work. Destiny got trinket right after, but Jug is going to go down. I don't know if it was Al's trinket or if it was Jug's trinket. Either way though, Al's just stood there in his face as a troll warrior just messing with the guy. Next up, this is going to be Ruban as an unholy death. Where's your pet? There he goes. I was going to say, where's your pet for a second? Looks like it's going to be Al's versus Ruban from one Death Knight into another from a Frosty DK with sustained damage. But it's kind of hard to make line up and work in PvP. I'm not going to lie. It's kind of hard to make it work. Versus now Unholy DK, where the peasants do majority of the work, playing the zombie build, get him with a stun. That's going to be Dusty got trinket, I believe, out of Az this time, or maybe Ruben coming out of the stun with a trinket. It's going to be also him playing with the pet build. Cyclotronic coming out onto Az as he's getting stunned up by the pets, getting attacked by the full army. That's going to be a pet from a distance, trying to slap him with more spikes, more zombies approaching. Az is catching up on all that health. Ruben not looking good on his health, looking like he's going to be in that execute range. Just a second, zombie stunning Az for just a quick second. Ruben not looking all that healthy. And Al's taking out a DK back to back with Stealth going to be going up next as a Night Elf Rogue, most likely of the assassination variety. See the daggers. But Al's looks like he's going to be getting him out of Stealth into a Strongbow, not letting Stealth get the opener from Stealth. Going to be Stealth tricking out of that Strongbow though with evasion to follow, kind of backpedaling a little bit. So you're going to see Al's actually taking advantage of that, getting a slow onto Stealth. It's going to leap out of there. Reflect coming up. I'm not really sure what you can reflect from the Rogue. But Az needs to catch up on health. Has a trinket if he needs to. He's going to trick out of the kidney shot. Stealth could go for blind right now. It looks like it's exactly what he's going to do. Az needs to find a way to lock down the Rogue and stay ahead of the Rogue in health. That's essentially what he needs to do right now in order to beat the Rogue. Because otherwise it's going to be a little rough. Stealth actually going to go for a bit of food. If he doesn't stealth fast enough, going to be a blaze. I'm actually walking closer and closer to Stealth, going to get him out in the open. Az is going to be able to get that opener damage. Does catch up on a little bit of health before he can the shot rolls in on the guy. Probably going to be a Strongbow out of this bad boy right here. Actually going to go for a self-heal with a Crucible just to maintain his health. Big Dusty got triggered onto Stealth as Az is trying to make the most of his damage count. Stealth looked like it was a bail out of there. Does vanish out. It's going to be Az leaping right on top of Stealth. But unless he left any kind of dots on Stealth, he's just going to be a full clean reset by the Rogue. Az will have himself in rage regen in 20 seconds. If he can somehow catch Stealth a little bit early, he will be in a good spot, but Stealth's trying to make sure he's staying a good distance away from Az. So maybe there's going to be a situation where we pick up the eyes. And Stealth trying to see if he actually eat food right in front of Az. Shadow stepping past him. Why'd you go for food immediately? That's where Az might want to mount up. He knows that the Rogue is going to go for feed. The Rogue, I think Stealth actually got away with the food. Az wasn't even looking at him. He actually has no idea. He decided to pick up the eye, which is going to be fortuitous. But Stealth is going to be full on health with all that food from Ornash. So Az, with his enraged regen, he's just going to have to line it up properly. It's going to be stunned by the Twisted Appendage 2 for Stealth. Is that going to be full Vendetta? That is going to be no Vendetta by the looks of it. I'm not seeing the little skulls flowing from Az. It's so hard to see though. But Az is going to try to see if he can get some damage going. It's going to be a trick for Stealth. Has evasion back up if he needs to. Here now Vendetta comes in, and Az could go for a massive defensive. Still probably has a fear. Stealth not popping evasion at all. Actually, Cloak of Shadows looks like he's going to try to run away. Skinny Shot did not last long at all. It's going to be Exing Stealth trying to go for a bit of a reset right now with a Shadow Meld for a second. Barely any health available. No evasion up. Blind onto Az. He trinkets out of it immediately. Does he get a way to catch up to Stealth? Finally, evasion comes in, but hits him with a cooldown at the end with a Crucible, and Az somehow survives the Stealth. I feel like there was a bit of a misplay. Breath onto Az by Ornach. It's going to be reflective over for Az. Looks like Ornach is going to get both Shimmers up and running. to get away from Al's. Greater Pyroblast is going to come out next with the Ring of Frost to follow. Does get to lock him down. This is going to be the full burst. It looks like Ornash might have himself the way to finish Al's off. He's actually going to go for a Warlock Hellstone for a second, getting out of all that freeze. Barely has any health, but he still might be able to make it happen. Fear onto Ornash does not have a way to heal himself. In Rage Regeneration is used, but cannot really max it out. It's going to be a Stormbolt as Ornash goes for a big combustion. Ice blocks this damage, but looks like most of his combustion did not make it through. Al's charging in, interrupting Ornash on fire for a second. He's able to catch up on health. Hits him with the Destiny God Trigger, but it's going to be temporal in. Only 5% dampened, so Ornash is getting a lot of health out of this one. Al's not really looking at all that health anymore. Breath to follow, and that's going to be Ornash getting those massive crits of Scorches back to back. Nothing Al's can do at this point. He tried his best, and he played really well. Next up is going to be Jack playing that Affliction Warlock, actually. Affliction Warlock versus Ornash, who popped in Invis. Ornash does let Jack set up a gateway. That's going to be lots of mobility for him. Jack not getting caught in the freeze, although his pet is still got an interrupt onto Ornash though either way. It's going to hit him with a haunt and at least one UA. How hard do those dots hit? Ornash actually popping defenses right now, and Jack is going to walk into the freeze, the Ring of Frost, in order to put that thing on DR. Ornash actually not taking too much damage from those dots. There is only 10% dampening. Jack trying to see if he can close the gap with Ornash for a moment. And that's going to be a tentacle spawning for Ornash right now. Still trying to see if he can just kite Jax, I think, until another breath. And it looks like he's actually going to kill the pet. So the Felhound is going to be down for the count. Jax not going to resummon the Felhound, just popping a bunch of UAs into Ornash instead. Ornash does get a breath on the Jax, trying to go for a bit of Pyroblast damage. Going to be freebie Shadow Bolts for Jax for a moment. Pool Burst coming out for Ornash right now. Reflect available for Jax though, but it looks like it's going to be the end to this mage as he's trying to summon an Imp. Actually swap it out for both his pets. Ornash is going to get back in there. Final Pyroblast. But down he goes, and MCX is going to be up next. The last man standing on Team Red. Massive Dusty onto Jack to opener. And Jack trying to see if he might be able to stride through this wall in this damage. Trying to get a bunch of UAs into AMCX. This is going to be popping down the big dark glare on top of it, trying to min-max damage onto the warrior. He does have Reflect up and running. I don't know if you really end up reflecting Dark Glare at all, as that thing actually is getting value damage onto this warrior. Fear onto Jack. The Dark Glare is continuing to punish MCX at a distance though, doing more damage per dots available. Jack trying to go for a bit of a port. It looks like it's still on cold and Stormbolt onto the Warlock. It looks like M6 might be able to land the massive execute he needs, unless Jack has a trick up his sleeve, maybe a Mortal Coil, trying to let it shot of Fury. Looks like it's not going to happen, and Death Pull is going to be up next, landing Abomination onto the warrior, who's going to go for a big leap, getting grip right back in. Yo-Yo's back into the fight. That's going to be Safeguard, Trick, and Proc, trying to go for massive healing off of all those pets, while in Rage Regen is up at 20% dampening, doing quite a lot of healing. There's going to be a little bit of necrotic stacking on the guy. Does still reflect available. It's going to be able to reflect some cast from Mages of the Dead, but right now he's kind of out in the open, surrounded by every pet, taking physical and magic damage all together, while necrotics are building. I think it's going to be down for the count. Dude, M6 tried to make a play at the end, but Al's actually got himself 3 kills back to back. What's up, Mike? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one. My dude, where you from? Originally Russia, boys. How boys all doing? CVE could do better? I think you did pretty good, man. Storm is here with 5 people ready. Alright, let's try to get some people rolling, man. Let's get people that haven't got to play. I know that Alex wanted to play, so let's get... Alex has been waiting for a while, so let's get Alex versus Storm. Says he's got new people. 2, 10 to 11. Let me get the duels mix going, boys. I probably should have done that way earlier, yeah? Look at the duels playlist. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alright, let's get Alex and Storm here up next. 0 RM Alex. Get your new people. Alright, we'll get Fortune versus Pelor, I guess. Laska's ready too. So we can get Pelor versus Fortune. Laska versus somebody. We'll see. Want to let you know, Dal, that at least it's time to set that's a big unfortunate. That's all your fault? Dude, that's unfortunate. Mike, that's unfortunate. How you doing? Hope you're having a good one, man. What's up, Rumbles? Those rock pedals? Those back pedals? Yeah. Some people backpedaling, man. That's okay though. Hey Dal, what's the name of the song at the beginning of videos? I have it usually linked down below, so you will be able to find the original the original song down below. This for my character because it's top O in your name, haha. There it is. Lock win, dude. Lock it pretty good. Not gonna give him any grief about it. You know what I mean? All right, we got ourselves Shotzi. Switch. We got ourselves, oh boy, our Wrath. We also got Chudzy in here. We got Goku, Instinct, Snuffles, as well as Wars. Major EU hasn't got to play at all. Were you in that team that had like a really laggy Paladin game? Hopefully the lag doesn't come back. We got ourselves Hungara as well as a Frosty Mage. We got ourselves Christina, Proxina back, Rustina, and Fruity Dad as well. Oh, Fruity Dad actually looking a little bit different, looking like a Fruity Priest, honestly. It looks like it's going to be Hungara, the Frost Mage, first up and running versus our Wrath, the Cursed Piggy Boy. Is going to hit him with a Frostbolt into a Repolymorph to Frostbolt again and Polymorph again just to build up the charges on all those lances. Into a Nova, into a big old Freeze Blizzard right after our Wrath actually getting slowed in every corner around. Actually looking like he's going to escape out of it as soon as possible. Try to go for a bit of a self-heal, but it's not going to be even more freezes around the corner as Hungara engages. Huge damage onto Wrath out of nowhere, turning around onto the pet instead, trying to make that leech work, trying to see if he can catch up to Hungara. Cannot catch up to him at all. Looks like maybe corruptions are doing big bad for him. Hungara is going to be stuck next to Wrath for a second. Does hit him with a freeze yet again. Maybe has more lances to follow. It's going to be imprisoned by the Demon Hunter. Try to see if he can maintain his health, but Hungara so far has gotten massive burst onto the Demon Hunter. Looks like it's going to be Iceblock or Wrath. Might be, I was going to say, might want to swap to the pet and start hitting it. But he knows as soon as Hungara leaves the Iceblock, he's going to be good pickings. Try to see if he can land a Polymorph onto him. Does land it. A Wrath not shrinking out of this one. Looks like Hungara might go for a long game where he goes for a freeze into Wrath. Polymorph is going to happen. And he's going to get a Frostbolt into probably another Polymorph. No, actually going to go just for Frostbolts while it hasn't frozen out in the open. Maybe huge setup available for Hungara very soon. A Wrath getting the stun to Hungara. Yeah, second Iceblock coming out before the Destiny connects. A Wrath trying to get more resources. Going to be a full setup going for Hungara. Big burst available right now. Has Icy Veins and everything. A Wrath trying to see if he can just charge away from all those freezes. It looks like a Hungara trying to see if he can go for a Kona Cold onto a Wrath with the Ray of Frost. Does get to root him down for a second. And a Wrath is still hanging in somehow, some way after taking so much burst damage out of Hungara. It looks like the lag has returned, boys. And looks like the lag is slowly but surely returning. I'm so sorry. I can't tell. It's just like it freezes randomly, but hopefully it doesn't mess up your games, guys. I really hope it doesn't. IBM coming out by a Wrath. Hungara trying to go for a Nova onto the Demon Hunter. Looks like he's actually going to be able to see him for quite a bit. A Wrath popping in Blur. Has nowhere to go to. Has to charge back at Hungara. Actually, the Mage is super low in health. A Wrath could see if he can finish him off. Going for a big old charge into a Blade Dance to follow. Polymorph coming out on Hungara, but does get taken down by the Glaive at the end. Oh my goodness. A Wrath still survived through all the damage. It felt like he barely had an uptime onto Hungara, but it's somehow still alive, man. Somehow still survived. It's going to be a big old Blade Dance by a Wrath as Christina tries to land the opener. And now it's all about trying to catch up to Christina. If possible, has Thorns up and rolling. But is he going to be able to do much about it? Trying not to hit into the Thorns while he needed. Does throw a Dust Regat at Christina either way. Stun coming out by the Demon Hunter. Finally able to get some clapping damage onto Christina. But looks like it's going to be cooldowns for Christina. Popping burst as well as defensive. Trying to min-max damage onto a Wrath. Has Blur coming up in 8 seconds. If he can survive this long enough, he might be in a good spot. Try to go for small minus CC in between the stuns onto Christina. Trying to control the Feral as best as possible. Might want to blur this. Does blur it as the Dust Regat comes out onto Wrath. I think he might have been able to dodge it. If anything, he did reduce the damage of it quite heavily. That's going to be short stun onto Christina. Does the Wrath have anything to follow? Does not have I-Beam. And looks like there's a bit of lag. Lots of things happening. I just missed all that action for a second. EU servers, what is going on with the EU servers today, boys? As Wrath trying to go for a bit of damage more onto Christina. Getting hit with the Reaping Flames. Dropping super low. Doesn't want to hit into Thorns for a second. Has full bleeds up and running. And is just not feeling all that good right now. As Christina catching up on health. If Wrath can get himself another I-Beam rolling. Not going to happen. Going to be a re-opener onto Christina. Onto our Wrath. And it's going to be able to take him out. Snuffles is going to be up next. Going for a full stun lock combo onto Christina with Reaping Flames in the opener. Trying to see if he might be able to make that play happen. Gonna be Christina popping her wall. Needs to get big bleeds onto Snuffles right now. Trying to get the dots up and running. Bash onto Snuffles with a big old bite. Might actually be able to control him here. Going for a massive leap with the root onto Snuffles. And the Rogue is gonna have to go for his sippy cup as we hit in the 4-minute mark. Almost the 5-minute mark, boys. in just 30 seconds. Dampening is going to start rolling in, but that's going to be quite big damage. By Casino onto the rogue, got good bleeds rolling. But the rogue is going to be able to recover through a bunch of it. Cloaker Shot is coming out to deal with the Thorns damage. Get the shot onto Christina. Does trick it out of it. Might be able to have it here. Snuffle's popping an invasion. Cloaker Shot is not going to last forever. Those Thorns are still doing damage to him. Snuffle still has big dots on him. It's going to be cheat death right now to keep him alive for just a hair longer. Christina barely alive as well. The rogue could take him out in a single set. Christina looking to pick up the eyes. The rogue lands a separate to Christina. I think this is going to be the end to this duel. I think the rogue actually wins this one. It's his game to lose right now. If he makes a mistake here, getting a shot into Christina. Big bike. I think it's going to be down for the count unless Christina somehow is alive after all this. Snuffle's drinking at nothing just now. Christina throwing a bike at him. Oh my god, how? That rogue, it was your game to win and your game to lose. It was all in your hands. Down he goes. Goku is trying to see if he might be able to get a big old charge to Christina. Trying to get a dragon kick rolling. Fist of Fury to follow right now. Onto the Feral. As the popping him wall. And Christina's just looking to survive. He's going to his literal, real survival instincts. IRL, fight or flight reflexes. And he's going for the flight. He's trying to fly away from Goku. Is he going to be able to try to catch a reself? Won't be able to for the moment. Still continuing to run. Trying to get himself as many self-calls as going. Might want to get a bash into Goku and see if he can maybe leap away from the guy. Trying to get some leads up and running. Maybe get a root into Goku. Looks like he's going to fight him for just a second. As Goku is kind of out of cooldown. He's landing a short stun onto Goku. Maybe a root to follow after Goku goes for a roll. No Tiger's lost for the monks. He's going to be stuck behind there with a root. As Christina goes behind the pillar and recovers quite a lot of health in a single global. Quite a lot of health gain back as we hit the 6-minute mark. 9% dampening, boys. Goku having to tussle with Christina as the popping and Thorns. Big dash got to follow Goku. Trying to decide whether he wants to fight Christina into Thorns or not. Might have to go for a touch of Karma here. Fist of Fury into those Thorns for quite a while. The Karma coming out while Thorns are down. Probably not the best time to do it. Probably should have used it way earlier. Trying to keep Christina in his melee range with the roots. Trying to harass him. Trying not to let the cat go anywhere. It looks like Christina's going to be popping cooldowns of his own. Berserk is up. Big body to Goku. But looks like they're going to be down for the count. With a bit of lag, it looked a little messy. But the monk does end up winning that one. Going to be procs reopening onto Goku. Hit him with a bike. Reaper to follow. Big body after. Does get him with a leg sweep. That looks so buggy. That looks so extra buggy, boys. Chuzzy up next. Going to get himself a little bit of a Karma rolling onto procs. And he's just going to... I can't commentate that. What is this so all disjointed like this? I cannot commentate. I can't commentate at all. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why it's like it's so laggy. And I know it's not on my end. My OBS is actually behaving today. My OBS will be telling me if something's wrong. But Prox is gonna get his wall up and running, trying to catch himself a bit of a reset. Shudzy was doing his very best to try to get this Feral not to go into a re-stealth. But looks like the Feral is going to be able to get away. Picking up the eye, trying to be proactive. Looks like the eye did not get picked up. Looks like he's looking for the Feral. He's not going to be able to see him. He shouldn't be able to see him. The eye is still up. Does he know it? Yeah, I think he just realized at the end. It's like, wait, I actually don't have the eye. But he was going to exactly what Prox was. Big Destiny got coming down onto Chudzy as Prox got him bled up and looking to kite him. Chudzy getting hyper intensive here. Trying to stay on top of the Feral as best as possible. It's going to go burning through every mobility from Dragon Kick to Rolls to Tiger's Lust. Got a big corruption to Prox right now. He's just sitting in bear from trying to reheal for a little. Bash to Chudzy, and looks like he might actually be able to get away scot-free. In cap as he goes for a big leap. Chudzy's just super aggressive with this. Lexium does get a kill onto Prox after all of that running. Gotta give him credit on that one. He's so aggressive with chasing Ferals. He's just used to it at this point. Playing the game of Cat and Mouse, dropped down a bit of a ring of boopity bop against the Rogue, seeing which way he was stealthing from. Getting the shot onto Chudzy with a free corruption for the Rogue. Dastry got triggered to follow while Vendetta's up and running. Chudzy does have Karma at least. And Rastina trying to cloak the shadows and damage through that Karma. It's going to give a little bit of healing back to Chudzy though. Vistafira locking down Rastina. Does go for a big Dastry gets triggered onto the Rogue. How did that Rogue not die there? That was huge damage out of nowhere. I don't even understand. There's just so much damage. Rastina does get a Shadow Step Sap onto Chudzy. But he's still super low on health. Does he want to engage? He does have a trinket, does have evasion. I mean, Chudzy could still eliminate him immediately. He does have a Mark for Earth ready. Into a kid and shot. Chudzy trinkets out of it. Disarm into Rastina. Does he go for evasion? He does go for evasion. Trying to see if he can get around Rastina. Trying to do as much damage that isn't physical nature. Trying to go for behind Whirling Dragon Punch. That's going to be Chudzy taking him out in the end. Fruidad is going to be the last one left on Team Red. The Fire Mage Fruidad. Is Chudzy going to be able to come back here out of nowhere? Is he best only has the problems? Maybe the lag could be on your side. Nope. My OBS is actually being nice today. But how do you say name? Yaroslav. I'll do the second part of your name. The last name, I guess. No, my OBS is telling me my internet connection is fine. It has been really shaky this whole week, but today it has been dropping far less frames than in the past. So it's definitely on me. You should have seen the Paladin game where like it was crazy lag. And my OBS was like, "You're golden," and it's like, "There's no way it can be me at that point." Otherwise, my OBS would have told me. And it looks like it's going to be huge damage out of Fruitidad onto Chuds. He just threw a double greater Pyroblast, everything on him. It's going to go for a breath onto Warps Mage EU. He's playing Frost. He's actually trying to see if he can double Polymorph him. Looks like it's going to be greater Pyroblast for free. There's going to be Ice Block for Warps Mage EU. But is he going to be able to do much with Fruitidad following this? Try to see if you can get him into a freeze. But Fruity is going to get himself a bit of a mobility hit. Does have the mount, so he can close the gap very easily and save the blinks needed. This Warps Mage, how is he going to play it? He's just trying to min-max the range away from Fruity. As we hit 11-minute game with 37% dampening. One thing I noticed though is that Pally game, Warps Mage was in there too. Could it be the Warps Mage is making the lead groups here as the leads of groups and maybe he's lagging? It's almost like he's Oceanic. Because I know if somebody's like a lead on an Oceanic server, then the NA games lag. So what if you guys have something equivalent to that on EU? Going to be able to trick it for Warps Mage. Interrupting Fruity on his fire damage. But Fruity's just going to chill behind the pillar for a second. Letting get another poly onto Warps Mage. Trying to see if he can get another greater Pyroblast rolling. Not going to happen. As Warps Mage EU is going to shimmer away. Shimmying out of here. Fruitidad is going to be able to sink a couple of greater Pyroblast into the guy either way. Dropping down the Underrod Trinket, Voodoo Doll, Totem. Actually going to get exchanged by both of them. Both of them have it. Warps Mage taking a little bit of the damage. Fruitidad taking minimal damage. And Warps Mage just completely out of shields. Lagging like, I don't even know what. That was a Reaping Flames. That's all I knew. So who is the lead? Who is Warps Mage EU? Maybe those guys like... Maybe he's the equivalent of like Australian server type of guy, you know what I mean? Maybe there's like a server far away from the rest of EU. That's what it's trying to go to. What's up, Datrum? How you doing, my man? Be having a good one, my dude. Yeah, how's it going, bud? Hope you are well. PS, the Purple Mist used, I really like to, but seem to find a toy. I think it is a toy. I think it's a Dark Moon drink or something. Dark Moon toy, I think. It's like a purple mist that people like, they'll do the yell animation. And like sponge out of the mouth. It's not from Australia. But what I'm saying is like if you are on NA and we're doing duels, and then Australia can join the duels, but if they're the lead of the duels, sometimes it'll like take the MS of Australia. It'll do like an arena in Australian server, so in the rest of the NA boys lag. That's what I'm saying. What if there's somebody on EU with a similar distancing thing, right? Somebody is from some country, somewhere in that region where they can play with EU boys. Right? But they're so far away than Sweden, Germany, and all them other guys, right? So far away. So, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hey dude, I would like to play with Burst class and Shadowlands 2. What class should you think I should make? Fire Mage or just a Warlock? Burst class, both of them are looking good, man. I say play the playstyle you like. Really, Cat can have play a mage? Wait, will really Cat can have you play a mage and try to get out a mage? Is Cat here? Oh, he is! Alter time, calm yourself, you'll be fine. Yeah, Alter time is gonna be so good, dude. It's gonna be so good. We got ourselves Danny in here. My boys are ready. We can get Danny, but we also need to get the Fortin. He wanted to play Alaska. We can get Fortin versus Alaska. But let's go Fortin versus Christers. Crippers. Right? Crippers? And Fortin. Gotta plug it in again. So what I was saying was, it's not that I'm saying, what if somebody's playing from Australia in these duels? They won't be able to. Australia has access to like the Oceanic realms, which are similar to the NA realms. There will be like a tab of the NA realms. But what if somebody is playing, let's say, from, I don't know, Siberia, way in the north of Russia, where they have the worst internet possible, right? The servers on there suck. And if you ever get in a group with some of the boys over in the fucking in the timber woods of Russia, right? If you get in a dungeon group and they're the Timberwood boys, right? You're like, man, this is gonna lag because I'm over in Germany. What if I'm saying like some Timberwood servers, right? Maybe he's from Timberwoods, you know what I mean? You never know, dude. You never know. That's what I'm saying. Switch. We got ourselves Team Blue with Athel, man on Team Blue with Crippers. What's a god? Elytra's just hugging Crippers very closely. We got ourselves Massacre and Yawashi versus Team Red with Aki. We got ourselves Alex. We got Fortune. No! Too many monks in a single team! Fortune, you know the rules! 2 monks! We got us a Silencio as well as Stonehope. Boys, blame Fortune on this one. I did not invite this many monks. He did. He made the group. Blame him if this becomes just a monk fiesta here. It's going to be a wash. He actually landing quite a bit of an opener onto Aki. It looks like there's just a lot of lag already going on. Hopefully this lag on EU, man, just halts itself. Going to be a port for Aki into Alexi, but you watch the trinkets out of it. And Aki just backpedaling. Interesting choice. Yawashi does catch himself a little bit of a reset, get himself a little bit of a rupture onto Aki. With a feint to follow for Yawashi into a kidney shot onto Aki. Vendetta, big damage to follow. Blood of the enemy, by the looks of it. Looks like that was blood of the enemy. Aki actually going for a bit of a hits a wall. I think this man is lagging like this boy's lagging so hard. Fist of Fury, karma. He just needs to karma once. Man, these are laggy. This is a really laggy one. Not gonna lie. Storehoof gonna be up next. Storehoof. Oh yeah, Storehoof. Storehoff. I don't know what that O with the slash is supposed to make a sound of. A specific sound though. Hey dude, I'd like to play your class in Shadowlands. What class do you think I should play? Fire Mage or Sorolic? Both of them are good. Play either one, my dude. Not at all. Well, it looked like Aki was lagging a little. He didn't play his karma at all. He was like backpedaling and then he overshot his dragon kick. The other guy said they were lagging too, boys. So I don't know. Maybe it's just some of them. AMS coming in for Storehoof as you watch, he pops in an evasion. Storehoof just trying to keep him at range, just trying not to let the rogue go behind pillar. This is going to yoink him out of the pillar with a chain of wide. He's trying to keep him CC'd. Blind looks like he's not going to trinket as Mages of the Dead is doing a decent job keeping some damage onto Yawashi. He's going to keep hitting him with a Frostbolt slows in order to keep him slowed out. All the pets are gone for a second. Yawashi might have himself a play shadow step onto Storehoof. Going to be a human Rachel for him as he pops in a massive transfusion pet. We're just going to go for a stun, lock it down Yawashi for just a second, giving Storehoof enough time to get the damage rolling. Athaman is going to be up next versus Storehoof. Try to go for a bit of an execution stun to follow right after. Hodge onto Storehoof. He goes for IBF immediately, and Atham is just going to juke out of there. Grip coming out into Atham. Trying to get himself a hand of freedom rolling. Forced to tussle with a DK, but looks like he's still got some damage behind him. Still hasn't popped a single defensive. Man, these guys are just all over the place blinking. Just Super Saiyan fight right here, boys. Interrupt onto Atha as he got himself flashing lights rolling. Storehoof trying to make the damage happen here. Trying to finish it off. Got himself extra health. Athaman actually, now look at all the health. He has a couple necrotics on him, and that's going to be hard to tell what's happening, really, because EU servers. But Storehoof does get himself a defensive rolling, looking to catch himself a reset. Athaman looking to get himself a bit of a reset too. Shield event is up and running. Flashlights are coming in. Actually, the pet goes far out to get an interrupt onto Atha, which is a nice little charge. Sword stun onto Atha. Storehoof does get the pets up and running. Bubble for Atha. Hodge onto Storehoof. I think it's going to be the down for the count for our Death Knight friend Athaman. Taking him out one after the other. That DK is 2.8k. That's pretty good. Alex, she's going to be up next, like super to Atha. Atha will not have a bubble anymore. It's going to be touch of death with the Destry Gas Trinket. Atha is actually going to pop Invis. He's just going to get into his own little portal of invisibility. Looking like he's just going to get away from Alex for a second and catch a couple flash of lights. But it was a touch of death that was able to avoid completely. In cap by Alex, it looks like he's just actually going to wait out. I guess maybe you've gotten hit by execution sentence. Is that what it was? This time onto Atho. Looking like he wants to stay on Atho. He's like blinking. It's hard to tell whether he wants to peel away behind a pillar or he's trying to stay on top of Atho. Looks like he's going to peel away now. What is that roll? Atho getting back on top of Alex. Hits him with a Hodge. That's going to be invis for Alex right now. Using same tricks as Atho, actually gets slowed and a bit of AoE damage from Atho right after. So he did take a bit of damage from Atho, but looks like he's going to be able to have himself extra mobility. I don't really know if a monk really needs to do that. Have that trinket for mobility and extra defensive. It feels like they only have so many outs as is. A little unfortunate. Because for Atho, this is going to be a long game then if Alex is going to regularly... What's it called on the trinket? Like a minute? If it's a minute, that's a much. If it's 2 minutes, then it's something doable. Atho adaptation trinket procket right now as he gets hit by a leg sweep, and Alex is going to lock him down with a fist of fury for a second. No Hodge coming out. Alex actually popping every defensive with the disarm to Atho. He sees the execute sentence coming in. After trying to min-max the damage, Hodge coming in, has wings up and running. Alex is going to take a lot of damage. Does he have the dash to get trinket to finish it? Big board coming out by a monk right after. Alex is going to get himself a big old touch of karma onto Atho. Could bop it if he wants to. Doesn't want to damage him. Just letting Alex just do all the damage to him in the world. Just standing in front of him. Wings are up and running. He knows that Alex's health is just going to take a big pounding here. Does get a ring of boopity bop. Look at you roll away. Big hammers flying onto Alex. It looks like Atho is going to play this a little bit carefully, mounting up just so he can catch up to Alex. He's not going to have a port for a while into an incap. It's so hard to follow this as I have no idea what's going on. And he just rolled like Sonic into a wall. Atho just approached him out of nowhere. My OBS is saying everything is fine, but everything is not fine. Alex is down. OBS is in the green, boys. It's not even on my end. Oh, it's so hard to watch. I bet it's so annoying to watch too if you're a viewer. Atho looking like he's going to back up for a second. Silentia got a lot of damage rolling. Just numbers and numbers and numbers and making it happen into a shield of vengeance. Atho is actually going to be popping into invis as he gets his own shield of vengeance going. Doesn't want the shield to pop back from Silentia at all. Just going to have to wait him out a little. Shield still pop. Atho took a lot of damage there. Bobman, you just come out taking him with a Hodge. It's going to be a trinket immediately. Down he goes. And it's going to be Crippers up next, the next Paladin in the role. Looking like he's walking at Silencio. Team Monk with one Paladin, one DK. Looking like they're in a good spot. Unless Crippers is able to just rip him apart. Silencio actually can tell where he's going. Nice laggy red. It's not the red that's laggy, boys. It's the EU servers that are lagging right now. Because my MS is spiking back and forth. So I might need to go maybe make a level 1 character with the same keybinds. I'll actually do that after this, just to make sure we're good. How does that sound? Gonna be a Hodge onto Silentia, getting hit with a stump for a second. It's gonna go for a big bubble up and running. Flash of light to follow. Looks like Crippers is going to be able to live long enough. Silentia is not going to be looking like he's going to live long at all. He's going to get interrupted. What was that? Interrupt! Crippers looked like he just jumped through the corner and interrupted him immediately. It looks like he cut the corner of the pillar. There's corners for a reason. He just transfused. He just separated his cells for a second. Blind! Onto Fortune. He's trying to land a big fist of fury. It looks like the whole blind stopped Fortune and his images as well. Getting a big old execute sentence onto Fortune. Looks like Crippers trying to get a big setup onto Fortune. Shield event is up and running. Fortune might want to get himself a bit of a backup. Is going to get a port out before Crippers really gets a shield of vengeance to really pop. This is going to be an interesting duel. Because Crippers plays Paladin in a sense where it's like, okay, if I can get a kick out of this guy, if I can get juke out of him, then I can just cast into his face. And Crippers just plays it slightly differently than any other Paladin I've seen so far. Bob coming out for Crippers, down onto Fortune. That's going to be not wings up and running yet. He's actually waiting to use wings later, as it's going to be a wall for Fortune right now. Crippers sending a Crucible over at Fortune. It looks like he's just going to stop for... Actually, no. Looks like he wants to stop for a second to get himself a heal as Ring of Poopity Bop came by. Decided, you know what? I am going to try to pummel the damage into Fortune. I'm going to let Fortune get a bit of recovery. Crippers is able to get a recovery of his own. Looks like he kind of wants Fortune near his pillar. He doesn't want to play Fortune by his pillar. He wants to lure Fortune out. And looks like Fortune was kind of overshooting that for a second. Leg sweep onto Crippers. He's going to take a little bit of damage. No tricking of him right now. Does he have enough damage? Looks like he's just kiting Fortune around, just trying to get resources. Letting Fortune use up the cooldowns, letting him use all the abilities. Gonna be images up and running for Fortune. ASUS coming out for Crippers. Does he have the big damage here? Fortune still holding on to a trinket Crippers before he can even make a play. It's going to be diffused magic for a second. Looks like he did get a kick out of Fortune, so he can just flash the light in his face, dampening his 25%, so it's not really going to be all that good. Does get a blind onto Fortune, hoping to see if he might be able to get a chicken out of him. Gets him with a temporal while blind is up, and blind and break bubbled out of the karma, and looks like Crippers trying to see if he might be able to catch up to Fortune and end him right here. He got him super low. How does he temporal him while Fortune is blinded? Does he not break to holy damage? Is blind not break to holy damage? Because he just got a huge hit into Fortune while he's CC'd. Not even a stun. It's like a pseudo stun. Wait, can't you just judgment him? Isn't judgment holy damage too? You could judgment him, or let's say you have full calm points, temporal, judgment, temporal. Just make sure you're not auto attacking the guy. Couldn't you just cheese like that? Disarm to Crippers. He's not gonna have access to his weapon for just a moment. Fortune popping and Wallace, his last defensive available in cap onto Crippers. Still, Crippers is holding on to his trinket unless he trinketed a stun with a human racial. But looks like it's going to be Ringo Boopity Bob trying to stop Crippers from doing damage. Such death coming into Crippers. He needs to make a play right now. Fortune stops moving for a second. Fistifier right now trying to make a play. One of them is going to go down. Crippers trying to see if he can live. He actually lived. The touch of death in the last second was so hard to see. Hodge onto Fortune. Does he have him here? He actually goes down to the images. They auto-attacked him to death, and Fortune somehow still alive. And Illitras should probably get in there immediately. He's going to let Fortune get a full re-heal by the looks of it. What was that? Holy damage doesn't break blinding light? You're kidding me. So if you can just like angle yourself where you're not on attack and you can temporal, judgment, temporal, and just do the full damage? That is insane. That is actually insane if that is true. Fortune tried to see if he might be able to get himself a little bit of a re-heal. And looks like they gave each other an honor duel. Fistifury coming out by Fortune onto Illy. Chick gets out of that stun. Gonna get a leg sweep rolling into Illitras instead. Gonna be triggered by Illy with the eye beam to fall. Unfortunately, looks like he's gonna be bailing out for just a second. Gonna catch himself for heals. Illy is just gonna be backing out towards the middle of the arena. I guess he wants Fortune away from the pillar. Doesn't want to chase after him. Hitting Fortune with a bike for just a second. This is gonna be going up in the air as he gets hit with the disarm, but it's not gonna get too much value damage onto Fortune at all, boys. It's a you. Yep. It's a you, boys. Fortune popping a wall, trying to see if he can vivify himself back to full Illy. He's feeling a little bit iffy whether he wants to approach Fortune. Hits him with a stun. Doesn't go for the big eye beam combo wombo. Maybe he just didn't have the globals for it. But it looks like Fortune is going to secure himself with a ring of boopity bop. Illy is going to have to go around the corner. Fell rushing, but he's fell rushing a little bit too far around. And it looks like Fortune is going to be able to catch up. He has Trinket back up most likely by now. Karma available. Crippers really had a good setup. But Illy right now is kind of struggling to really get Fortune down as Fortune has so many escapes. Using that port yet again to kite the Demon Hunter a little longer. Touch of Death is going to be applied to the DH. Might want to drop a Darkness here. Incap actually might not have a Darkness. Lexington fall. He has no answer for it. Into a Death together right after. It looks like Touch of Death does take him out. Fortune taking out Illitras fairly easily here, boys. Last one left is Massacre at the 12-minute mark. 45% dampener into a disarm onto the warrior. Not going to let him play the game. Going to play it on his own terms. He's fought so far and so hard here. And it looks like after this warrior, it's going to be the easiest run. Going to be Fist of Fury. Getting hit with a fear to break it apart for a second. Is going to drop down a ring of boops. It's going to roll through it. Maybe Dragon Kick. Couldn't tell because I was so fast. Massacre actually unable to really catch up to Fortune anymore. Struggling. It looks like he's out of cooldowns to catch up to the guy for a moment. Does the Zerker Rage to break out of that incap? It's going to be met with a Fist of Fury locked out. Does get a short charge on Fortune. Might be some healing while coming in for Fortune into a disarm on the monk. Not going to be able to lock down Massacre into Fist of Fury for a moment. But I'm pretty sure that thing was in cooldown either way, actually. Does get a disarm to Massacre, not able to heal for the moment time. Needs to go for Rage Regeneration ASAP. Lexip is going to stop for a second. Fist of Fury locking him out in range. Oh, in Rage Regeneration couldn't be hell because he got hit with a stun in the end. Fortune crawled out of that one at the very, very, very end, boys. What's my B tag? Virgin. It's one Dalaran hashtag 1340, my man. Welcome to add me. Ninja Jesus, that's my B tag. Cool. Do you have a group? I'll let you guys if you have a group up and running. Oh, what's the MS? Oh, 200. Yeesh. Yeah. Let me see if I can. I'm gonna take a screenshot of the keybinds here, boys, real quick. Wait, can I get all of them in one? No. I'll take screenshots of the keybinds real quick, boys, if you don't mind. I'm gonna try to remake a character, if you're cool with it. We're gonna try going to a different server. Maybe the lag is server based. So if it is server based like Argent Dawn. What server should we make a character on? Atho! What server are you on? Look at Discord, someone made a sprite animation of my Decade. Really? Yo, that looks kind of fucking cool. Yo, that looks so cool. So you get frosty breath and then just like smile, like a sinister smile. Oh, that looks fucking cool. Who the hell made that? That looks insane. Holy shit. That looks awesome. Wait, did they actually kill monks? Hotfix of monks. Cannot extend heal over time effect by up to 100% of its original duration. Here's a change we're working on scheduled maintenance. Prevent infinite extension while allowing Rising Mist to still be unable to effective melee playstyle. Rising Mist can now extend a heal over time effect. Can now extend by up to 100% of its original duration. Okay, so you can be like, let's say it's a 30-second duration, you can get it down to like double that, so a minute duration. So you will have to refresh it eventually. Okay. Alright, boys, let me go make another character on level 1. Atho! Just write in chat somewhere, man. Actually, I could look you up. I think it might be easier and faster. GB. My boy Atho, man. I'll make a level 1 tune on your server. Atho, man. We got ourselves Nagrand. The Grand Nagrand. That's beautiful. Look at my screenshots here. Yeah. So boys, if you're new here, we have been having connection issues. It's not like it's an issue with OBS, but it seems like servers are having an issue. So I'm essentially just going to make another level 1 character, so we can do our probably make a human or something, right? So make our randomized name, so we can still do our duels. But yeah, hit me up with a real ID as soon as I log in, boys, and we'll get the other one up and running. 12 MS on Kazakh for EU, boys. Yes, it is. You gotta remember I'm on an A, but it's been, I mean, normally I deal with like 100 MS, cat, but today has been, MS on EU has been jumping to 1,000. It just looks messy. So we're gonna take a proactive step, make a new character. I'm going to make keybinds real quick as soon as we queue you guys. We'll get you guys queued. Danny and Ren, let's do them. Danny, Ganker, and Ren Tikar. Cool. Kachikan is here. Worst made you use the group and I have lead a queue. Okay, cool. I could queue against maybe Lucia. We got Ornoch, and we got ourselves Alaska in here as well. Try to queue one of the groups. We did not get a queue. Alright, let's try Danny and Ren again. If it doesn't work, we'll have to queue somebody else. Alright, Danny and Ren don't work, so we're gonna do big old tree. Let's do Ren versus Katrakan. No, come back. I need my tree. You're my personal tree now. You're not allowed to be your own tree. You're there to sit above me and give me shade. At night. I know, but you're my personal tree. You have to make sure that that shadow covers me. Come back. Wait, this isn't working. Why is this not working? Is it because I'm level 1? Fuck. Does this not work because I'm a level 1? I might need to make a trial character, boys. Let's try it again. Ren and Cat. Don't know what's going on, but it's not working. Maybe it's Ren's group? Denny, Ganker, and Cat Recan. Maybe that's what's not working. Maybe it's because something's wrong with Ren's group. We'll try this. Nope. Let me make a level, I don't know, trial character, I guess. Because it doesn't seem like level 1s work. Although I'm pretty sure level 1s used to work, didn't they? I'm pretty sure level 1s used to work for these duels. Trial characters locked from PvP PvE instances functions. Because I know I cannot make an allied race. Are you sure? You're level 20? I don't have allied races on EU. Because I don't actually... I have an account in EU, but I don't like play regularly in EU. I don't. I do the duels. Wait, Death Knight. That would work, right? A Death Knight would work. A Death Knight would actually work. Yes. A Death Knight would work. Pretty sure. Hopefully. So I don't think you actually need to... Boys, you're telling me instances and stuff. I don't think you actually need instances. Again, I'm pretty sure this used to work. Pretty sure, I could be wrong, that this used to work back in the day. As level 1 characters. We'll get Cat and we'll do a Ren. We'll try Ren again. Okay, it's queuing. It queued. Am I still have bad MS? It's 200. It's quite high. You've been removed from queue because someone's missing required completion. Fuck. I don't think I can do it in this character. It said you've been removed from a queue because someone's missing completion. I'm gonna try again. Okay, let me try... I don't know, Nerf Lucio? Try an allied race? I don't have allied races. Fuck, I think it's because of the DK. Probably won't let me queue PvP stuff. Let me try this character one more. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I try to see if I can swap to different servers so I can evade the lag that's happening on the EU right now. It seems you guys' servers are taking a shit. I'll try this one more time. If this doesn't work, we'll just go back. I tried, boys. I tried to fix it. It's not working. Use a boost? I'm not gonna use a boost just for this. Screw that. We'll go back. We'll go back. We'll go back. I was hoping it might work. You have to finish the starter zone no matter what do before level 15. So I mean, when we do the queues for like custom spectator thing, it makes sense to think of it the same as queuing for dungeons, but it's not. And I'm pretty sure, could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I used to do the spectator mode on a level 1 before, from a level 1 orc. Could be wrong, maybe I'm thinking of something else, but I'm pretty sure it used to work off of level 1 orc. Maybe I'm wrong. I'll try this again. MS 300. Recipes MS. So let's play stuff on an A earlier, and it was fine. Yeah, we could now. Now we seem to be good. Do I always look this pale, by the way, boys? I'm just looking at myself right now on webcam. Am I always this pale, or did the webcam get all fucked? Oh, no, the webcam will get fucked a little. Yeah, I'm just looking at myself, I'm really blue. Is it exposure? Is it the white balance? Oh, look like I have a little bit of normal color to me. I look a little bit less forsaken than before. Did I save the last one? I don't know if I did. I'll save it in case. 2, 11, 12, 13. 13 boys. What time is it? 6:50. Okay, this will probably be the last one. At least we got Cat in here, boys. Yeah. We had a lot of good duels. They were a little lagging. But I'd say we had a lot of good duels, and either way, we had a lot of fun, boys. Let's get another one rolling right now. Switch. We got ourselves Team Red with... We got ourselves Jifka in here. We got Necrox. We got ourselves Sir Duncan. We got ourselves Oakland. And Onyx going to be going up first. Here's the trinket out of the rogue. Snuffles. Try to see if he can just snuff him out immediately. Snuffles will probably might have to pop a big defensive here. Maybe advantage. Looks like he does not want to run from a fight. This is not that kind of rogue. We got ourselves Wars Mage EU on Team Blue. We got ourselves Katrika, Goku, and Arath. Snuffles trying to see if he might be able to survive through the power of Onyx. You gotta hit him with a water bolt. You gotta hit him with water attacks. He is resistant to nature. Poor Bulbasaur over here. Cloak of Shadows coming in as he's trying to survive through all the holy damage. Trying to see, I think he's trying to blind Onyx. But a blessing of protection keeps this boy alive. Katrika is going to be coming in next versus the Paladin. Seeing the wings up and running, just hold onto his trinket, holding it close until the right time to use it. Is going to go for Bloodthirst to try to maintain himself as much healing as possible. Actually has Enrage Regeneration too to deal with all this damage. And Onyx trying to see if he can run away from the warrior, but he cannot escape his wrath or all his abs for himself. Big damage. Is going to be dashed together on Onyx, dropping him down to half his health. Onyx managed to bubble out of this situation. Katrika just not letting him go anywhere. Executes are still happening. Onyx got himself wings. It's going to be a bubble right now and got himself regenerating. Katrika is like, just you wait till Shadowlands. I have that shattering throw to burst that bubble of yours. But Katrika goes in for food immediately, letting Onyx come to him as Onyx is out of defense completely. Going to be reflected immediately as expecting the Hodge from Onyx at any moment. It looks like Katrika is going to have to Blaze Storm. Maybe a Hodge comes in. Nope, not going to get baited. Wings are up and running for Onyx. Gets a Hodge into Katrika. Trickens out of it immediately. Shortest charge in the world, but a charge that was needed to catch up to the Paladin is going to hit him with a little bit of a corruption. Should be extra swings around the side, killing that corruption immediately. Katrika can get in the short charge into Onyx. So far, he's weapon from Shulvaz, I think it was. Second boss, the third boss, depending on how you do it, of the new raid. So far, I've been missing. That's going to be TD by Katrika as well onto Onyx. Not doing the most amount of damage, but a little bit. Has an effect up and running. Expecting Onyx to pop in a Hodge immediately here. Onyx just looking to get himself a little bit more mobility, trying to catch, run away from Cat. But Cat is going to have to, try to see if he can actually juke around on the side. He's going to continue Bloodthirst in order to keep himself up and running. Onyx popping in Trinket for a little bit extra damage. But looks like he's going to have to get away from Cat for just a moment. Why is he running? Did you just get super unlucky with that Trinket in your bags, I guess? Because I never see that trinket do anything good in PvP. I don't even know if it does a lot of damage. It's not quite a Destrugath, you know what I mean? Instant shield of vengeance up for Onyx. Trinket's out of the field from Katrika. He's going to go for a charge. Bloodthirst to get himself some movement away from Onyx, and is going to go for a reflect in case a Hodge was going to come out. Onyx catching up on health. But looks like that's actual wings from the Paladin. Katrika going to be sitting down for food for a second. Blaze Storm coming out in case there's going to be a Hodge on Onyx. Did he use the Hodge earlier? Katrika going for a massive heal. Catching up all that health. 3 minutes into this duel. Dampening hasn't stopped these boys yet. Onyx is down on all defenses, all fronts. No bubble, no bop, no shield defense for a little bit. Katrika does a big leap into a charge onto Onyx. Into yet another leap, into another charge. Trying to be as mobile of a warrior as he can. That's an honor talent that he picked up. So he can get 2 leaps. Get hit with a hand of hindrance by Onyx though. So he might be able to catch a few flash of lights. Also, he's really got. He's using this pillar. Just humping the pillar like no other, dude. Onyx without a trinket here. He's actually kind of sitting duck. Kachika going for a reflect, and Onyx is not going to press a Hodge at all. Now he can if he wants to. He is going to Hodge Cat. Not going to see a trinket out of the warrior though, and Onyx catching up on a little bit of his own self heals every single time. So far, this Paladin has been running. 40 seconds left on Shield of Vengeance. Kachika almost missing it for a moment. Does turn around to get a short charge. Does not get a slow into Onyx. It looks like the Paladin is actually going to go long. Catching him big flashlights from a good distance. A Cat is going to have to chase after him from quite afar. 30 seconds left on that Shield of Vengeance for Onyx. Got him some wings to maybe keep himself rolling for a little longer. Kachika did pop himself reflect. Maybe too early, as a Hodge can come out of Onyx, and Cat, it looks like he's going to be going far himself. Actually going to go for Mage Foot, isn't he? Onyx better mount up and catch up to him. Looks like he's going to go for Foot himself. Kachika goes in for a leap himself instead. Is that a surprise attack by Cat? He's like a missile. Came out of nowhere. Triggers out of that stun, as Onyx got himself Shield of Vengeance back up and running. 55 seconds left on a Blessing of Protection. Trinket back up and running if he ever needs to. What'd you guess, Cat? What's he gonna trick? A slow? A fear, maybe? A charge? A root? From charge? Maybe. Shield of Vengeance up and running for Onyx. Got himself wings rolling, dampening, finally kicking in as we hit the 5-minute mark. And Kachika can get himself Enrage Regen back up if he needs to. Is gonna go for Enrage Regen. Massive heal regen. Double charge into maybe another heal possible. It's gonna get reflected against Onyx right now. No Hodge coming out by the Paladin. And now he goes in for a Hodge a little bit later. Still has wings rolling. Trying to punish Cat for not having Trinket up and running. Kachika looking to stay on top of Onyx. Is going to go for a bit of a longer range from the pillar. Is going to get a charge. Kachika is War Stomping Onyx. Trying to prevent him from being able to kill that tentacle. And that's going to be that War Stomp that gets a Trinket. When Onyx, that's a Blessing of Protection now. If Kachika kicks his cast heal, he might have him here. Bob should come out for Onyx anytime soon as soon as it drops low. Wings are up for Onyx. This to go for a cast heal is going to be that. Oh, if Kachika can only get a tentacle right now, that'd be perfect. Does get a reflect for anything Onyx does. Regenerate coming back in. Actually getting a full heal from it. Oh, and Bubble coming back in 20 seconds. This is the hardest matchup for Cat. A Zandalari Paladin, dude. Paladin is already tough enough, but a Zandalari with basically a free lay on hands when you want it, as long as you get the channel, which with Bop or Bubble, like what is Cat gonna do? Remember Reflect for Cat here? Doesn't want to pop or Reflect immediately, because Onyx is expected for him to just have Reflect ready. Has Reflect now, almost got the kick on a flash of light, but now Onyx is gonna be able to get some free cast. Could get a stun into Cat, hand for him is up and running. Cat looking for a big leap. Trying to get away from Onyx as best as possible. Maybe a second leap up and running, he does not get one. Could go for a Blaze Storm here. Maybe if he's able to Blaze Storm or Hodge, he'll be in a good spot. Has a Trinket back up, so if Onyx goes for a Hodge, Kachika does have a way out of it. But looks like he's going to have to wait a little bit longer. We are in a 6-minute mark, 11% dampening. Cat still hanging in Blaze Storm, trying to see if he might be able to immune a Hodge. Does get to reflect the Hodge back to Onyx. Bubble coming out of the Paladin. Kachika has no way to deal with this for the time being. She Enrage Regeneration back in 5 seconds. No! Oh my god, that was disgusting! A bubble after all this! Oh, Cat just had it in the... It felt like he had it in the bag at least. I was so well played to the very bitter end. Ha. Bubbled it and just kept slamming the damage into the poor boy. Onyx played that super well. Can knock him on it. That Zandalari ratio is proving really strong in duels. Arath is going to be up next. He's hoping to get very aggressive here. He's going to try to see if he can hit him with a bit of a conflagrate. It's going to do a bit of damage at 70% dampening. Onyx still has plenty of self heals. Just wait until regeneration is back up and running. You know what I mean? Wait until he's regenerating, and then he'll be set, dude. He'll be set and good to go. Rat's trying to see if he can close the gap, but Onyx got him on slow, dude. Got him on constant slows, interrupting that I-beam. Arath going up in there, trying to punish Onyx. Does break through a Shield of Vengeance, but Onyx still has plenty of self-heals to work with. I mean, he's got himself a decent setup either way. Flash of Light is available. Justice will come. Wait till you just you wait, Bubble. Dude, yeah, as soon as you get into Shadowlands and you get Shattering Throw, I think Shattering Throw actually does damage equal, like, it does 500%. So Shattering Throw does damage, and I think if somebody has a shield, like an immunity, that Shattering Throw will break through the shield and will do 500% more damage. So, like, it actually will. If somebody bubbles low, you shatter it, it will eliminate him, I think. I think they're bringing a stronger version of Shadow. I don't know if it had that effect before, but Onyx is going to get himself a little bit of self-heal. Regenerating. Actually ends his own regenerate for a second. Arath looks like he swung around the guy and got a fast one on him. Does take him out. Next up is going to be Necro. Trying to go for a big old army setup here, trying to get some resources. That's going to be the full army of the dead on Arath. As Necrotics start to build up. Double stun onto Arath to follow. That's going to short stun onto Necro. Stunning the pets as well. Has a lot of things to cleave from, but a 25% of dampening is going to be pretty dire. Dropping out Darkness. Necro's not really looking all that good either. And that's going to be Arath trying to see if he can chase him down. Necro trying to hide the pets back into Arath, but he's just going to stay over there. He doesn't have to worry about the pets for a second. He's going to be fine, letting the army of the dead dissipate. Necro having to go for a death pact into an IBF to get out of the stun, interrupting Arath until IBM does continue the chain of ice. So you can't get the slow rolling on the poor boy. Arath trying to go for a bit of cleave off of all those pets, and Necro is looking like he's going to get himself a little bit extra hiding potential here. Chain of ice continues to Arath. He does get to zoom around the corner for a second. Stone onto Arath. Does Necro have anything to follow? Amos is up. Might be able to live through a bunch of chaos damage from Arath. Trying to get Necrotics on him. That's going to be Reaping Flames to follow. IBM right now for Arath. Has meta back up and running. Could start hitting the pet, but the pet, oh, the pet came in and slapped him once. The dots and the damage Arath just couldn't deal with it at one point. Goku is going to be up next. Necro's trying to stay aggressive here. Hits him with a bit of a melee into Chain of Ice immediately. Just going to walk in and out of the guy. Walking in and out of him. Goku overrolling a little bit. He still has him in the bag. Necro, next leg sweep could be the end to the boy. Abomination dropping in. Goku is just looking to maybe not use leg sweep at all. And Certain is going to be up next. Certican. Certican? Certican? I'm going to call it... Cardigan. It's close enough to Certigan. Looks like Certigan is playing himself. What are the shoulders? What? There's a Legion, but I don't know the color of them. Goku actually doing a lot of damage to Certain. Looks like it's going to be a bubble on the pallet, but it looks like it's an offensive bubble. Going for a bubble, but has wings. Looking to end the monk right now at the 5-minute mark. Ringer Boopity Bop is going to stop him for a second. He doesn't want to get booped or bopped by it, so Goku is going to slam a bunch of Vivifies into his health bar and hope for the best here. He has a trinket, and now the defense is really... He's actually in a really good spot right now. Just looking to kite away from Surd for a little bit longer. The Paladin does proc a Twisted Appendage. Does get a Hodge into Goku, who trinkets out of it. Surd has Bop if he needs to. Trinket also available as well. Disarm onto Surd. That's going to be Fist of Fury. Does go for a Blessing of Protection with those Fist of Furies flying. And Goku is going to back up, and Surd is just going to have to go for a bit of a reset. He wishes he was his end at this point, because 40% dampening. That extra health he could get would be huge. Goku no longer with a trinket though, so Surd can go for a big one-shot. He could, but Surd does go down before he can make it happen. Oakland, as a Feral, is up next versus Goku. No trinket available for the monks, so Oakland can really make a huge play. I think that was a leg sweep miss actually by Goku, which is very unfortunate. Oakland just looking to kite away from the guy. Image is doing barely any damage to him. And Goku just healing up while he's got it. And it looked like Oakland trying to go for a bit of a regrowth for a second. Is going to get a big old bite onto Goku. Reversing it around with a Touch of Death. Trinket coming out for Oakland. If Goku is able to catch up, getting the Fist of Fury, Touch of Death does quite a bit of damage. Not enough to eliminate Oakland. If only he got Goku's health lower, but it looks like he actually still might be able to take him out. Auto attacking through the wall, getting those procs he needs, boarding on top of Oakland. Oakland just continued to run. That appendage is going to latch onto him, but down he goes. And Jifka is going to be the last one left, and Team Red looks like he's going to give him the honor duel at 47% dampening. I guess he's like, you know what? I can beat him. I can beat him. How's Goku looking? He got a trinket in 30. Wall in about 50. So actually Goku, if he can last long enough, he could beat Jifka. This is his game to potentially win. It doesn't look, I won't say he's like in the leadings to win, but it's his game to win right here. He could pull it out. He's gonna go for a Ring of Boopity Bop at Jifka. He's gonna try to see if he can get around the corner. But the Ring of Peace is going to keep him pretty agitated more than anything. Touch of Death onto Goku. He's going to pop into Karma immediately. Jifka could reverse it with his own Karma. It's going to be Karma on Karma. Crime right here. In-cap onto Jifka. And looks like Goku and Jifka just got so much damage to one another. Jifka's Karma is gone. Goku's Karma is gone. Goku still has a fair amount of health. It's going to be Ring of Boopity Bop getting him out. He won't have Touch of Death for Jifka for a little bit here. But he is running. He got wall up and running soon. Jivka also has a wall soon, so they're trading cooldown for cooldown right now. Lexi but Goku, he trickles out of it. Got his own Fist of Fury with images up and running. That's gonna be Jivka with his own images up and running. Wall up for Goku right now. Getting hit with the disarm. Jivka going in for wall as well. Goku just super low. So is Jivka though. It could be anyone's game. Next person with a Lexi could win. Jivka sells a trinket. Next such a death out of Goku could be the end. It's gonna be Jivka popping even more cooldowns and Goku looking to sky away from it. Does have a bit of a diffuse magic as Jivka does have a little bit of nature damage rolling after him. In capture follow. Trinkets out of with Fist of Fury. Goku rolling out of it. Does he have his own Fist of Fury? Does have his own Fist of Fury. Jivka might be down. Oh, Goku actually did it. He played it out to the end. The boy did it. Oh my goodness. 4 people. That was actually so good. Onyx has got them so... Had to heal. He just damaged Cat for so long. Cat healed more than he damaged. That's crazy, dude. Oh my god. That was actually nuts. That was actually nuts. Immunity is broken. The 500% increase if they have an absorption shield. Not an immunity. Oh, if they just have an absorb. Are you sure? Actually, well, we have level 57 characters with the if anybody wondering what Baron's talking about, he's talking about the... what is it? This loading screen is taking a while, by the way. He's talking about the Shattering Throw. So he's saying that it will only do damage on absorbed shield, like a Discipline Priest shield, not like an immunity shield. Which you might be right. We can actually test it on live or on the alpha if I can get a friend of mine. We have level 57 characters, so I should be able to work my way up to get Shattering Throw. I think you get a level 54 maybe? 57? Who knows? Anyway, boys, it's going to be the last one for me. I am going to call it here. I got videos to work on later tonight, so I'm going to try to stay with my schedule. Thank you both so much for coming by. I appreciate all of you guys. That was a lot of fun watching some of these duels. Super sorry. It's super unprofessional of me to have that much lag in some of the games, but I think you guys still enjoyed. I swear to God, my OBS was telling me I'm clean. So my OBS actually dropped the least amount of frames this week, today, out of this whole week. Every other day it was like at least 10,000 frames, 15,000, close to 20. This time it was only 8,000 frames. Or 8,700, so close to 9,000. But still, good news, everybody, right? It was like close to like 10% drop frames, but now it's only 1. So like how bad it was before. Yeah, it was pretty bad. But yeah, so sorry. Hopefully next week it won't happen. Maybe it's some in Blizzard servers. Maybe it's something on my end. But I hope you guys still enjoyed. I try to give you the best of experience. We try to see if we can make another character to do this on. But it looks like unless I get an allied race. Yeah. Yeah. I do need to make some allied races. I think once Shadowlands comes out, I definitely will on the AU, right? It'll be so much easier. I think they'll remove the rep requirements. I'll just do like a quest on my rogue and I'll just have a level 10 on different servers or something, right? Like a Maghar or something like that. I don't know. Maybe Corsair. No, it'll probably have to be Horde. So Maghar or something, right? Or Zandom. Or Zandom. Either one works. Thank you guys so much for coming by. Thank you guys so much for watching. Super fun hanging out with all of you. You guys have yourselves a good one. I had a lot of fun. I got some pizza. I got some chill sesh, I got some Shadowlands alpha, and some videos to work on. Thank you all so much for coming by. I'll see you boys next stream. Peace.